YouTube. Okay, there we go. Finally, I'm sitting here waiting for YouTube to tell me that we're live. And we are live, in fact. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers Jedi Academy here at RSG, the stream where we hang out with you wonderful and amazing folks. And this is a straight Q&A show. We sit here for 2 hours doing nothing but answering your questions about Star Wars Galaxy. The mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your man with the plan, Ranger J 1999, and the way it works is I host, and any content creators that are available can come jumping right in if they are available, depending on their schedule, live, familia, whatever, So for right now, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, all this sandfly, the biggest sandfly, be down by the beach, be do the Mai Tais.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
I will
morning.
be going purely vanilla today. I'll be giving mainstream views on most things. Previously,
Boring.
previously I've been a little bit out there.
A little bit, yeah, a
And
little bit.
well, yeah, a little bit. So I want to kind of bring it more. So I'll give mostly mainstream views.
Well,
Yeah,
the one comment last time, I think we just won, is where you said you want to conquest harder, and I think the pitchforks and the fire came out and said, "Burn the witch, you were the witch." So let's not have those kind of statements.
But that brings me on. That brings me on to the thing where one of the issues I have with this presentation is we only get like about 30 seconds to think of an answer. It's
well,
not
how much
like
time do you need? 10 hours?
well, we don't get the questions. We don't get the questions kind of like beforehand, like on
That's
other
okay.
and they yeah. So okay, I will be a little bit more mainstream.
Be quick.
Okay, I will be quick and mainstream. Be fine. I will not fix the game.
Yeah. That's not fixing the game. All right, so the way this works, if you have a question, get your question into the chat. Make sure you put the word question for any actual question, comment, or statement. That way I can scoop up and identify that it is a question. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We've been putting a lot of content out on YouTube. We did the lore battle yesterday with the idiots. That was a lot of fun. Wednesday, we had the Wednesday show. We also have the review for Ahsoka Episode 5, if you want to go see our thoughts. Spoiler, me and Kate loved it. Dane did not like it. So you can hear our opinions on that. But no spoilers for Ahsoka, by the way. Don't ask. Don't even bother. Not even entertaining it. And as is tradition, after the series is over, I will run the entire series for everybody that has not seen or wants to see it in Discord. So you it. But yeah, we're gonna do this for a little bit. And I was gonna do GAC, but my opponent basically dropped so many battles. I'm like, I'll just go in and do a couple and win. Yeah. So I'll do that offline. No point of showing it because we may show it. I don't know if we don't have anything going on. You know how I am. All this, I'll wait till the last 30 minutes. This and start some GAC. Never know. We'll see how it goes. So get your questions. Also get your greetings in. You guys know that I like to shout out everybody. Say thank you for being here. You could be watching anything else, but you're watching this. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe. A great way to interact. This YouTube, that's the way it is. We have to get thumbs up, interactions. Leave comments. Leave comments on all our videos because that again helps stupid YouTube algorithm. I didn't create the damn thing. That's what they did. So if you want content to expand and everything, then that's the way he has to do it, Mr. 80. All right. Also, I will be going off camera for a minute or two because I've got breakfast coming to me. So if you see me just drop my camera for a second, I'll let you guys know. I need my Starbucks. It's on the way. So I need my mochas and egg bites and breakfast cereals and shit like that. So yeah. And then I don't think we're gonna get a lore of idiots. I think Karth is not available. I don't know if Ram will be available, so we'll delay that one for another week. It's a lot of stuff going on this time of year. So there you go. I can see we got lots of people in the chat already. Hello to Jason Hobby, says word to the mothership. Exos join us, says word, homie, word. Epic Fail says hello there. Hello there. Tilo Man, the man, the myth, the legend. You can check out Tilo on Twitch. You can also check out him and Calvin on the Mad Awesome podcast. You guys should check that out. So please go follow it. So Cowboy wants says good morning, folks. Oh, Tilo want to say my boy Sandfly, Viva la Porte. What else? 73 says welcome to Saturday. That's right. Welcome to Saturday. Adahan says good evening, Ranger. Good evening, my friend. Hope your evening is good. Yeah. XO, is Fulcrum getting a capital ship? I have no idea. I don't think anybody knows that right now. All right. Real quick, Cowboy One is here. Helly's here. We'll get to his statement. CT Red Devil Sweating Slevin says, "Good morning, skewers. What's going on?" And Snoochie Boochies. Holy crap! That's the name I've not heard all this since well before you were born. Says good day. I said good day. You did say good day, sir. All right. Question number 1. All right. From Cowboy One says, question, is this the first GL that dropped it for all requirements for farmable? No, this happened exactly the same as it did last year with Jabba. We didn't have Bougie and Lando in the same position that we have these last 2 characters with Scout and Drogon, so this is the exact same cadence. So, just keep working on it, baby. That's all I got to say, Aldous. Just keep working on it. I mean, I'm about to be done with Kinesa, but this is like Jabba last year. It took me, I had to wait a couple weeks after it came out to get it because I'm like, well, there's no Lando Bougie. I'll just wait. I had to wait. I'll get them out of shipments. I mean, I don't know if you got it yet, Leia.
Well, okay, so okay, well, I don't want to blow my own trumpet this early, but 1 week ago in my round table of 1, I did a presentation where
round table of 1. Wow,
it's a round table of 1. It's like a round table, only no one else comes.
There's no knights or anything.
I looked at the Jabba launch and the Lord Vader launch for the time. I looked at the timelines of when they were announced, and I 100% said last week that Leia would drop this week.
I think we all saw that coming.
And we, I also kind of predicted Kinesa would go, and I also looked into kind of when people would be farmable, and no. Last year for Jabba, Bush didn't become farmable till almost November or late, so like it depends whether farmable is different, whether you mean in a node or whether you mean on shipments. But yeah, they followed exactly the same cadence as Jabba last year. Yeah, so they kind of, they followed the same farmable, non-farmable cadence of the marquees. They did kind of altered the timing of the tier 1 and tier 3 were out of kilter. And we talked a little bit about those last week where the announcements that they gave us tier 3 and tier 2 at the same time were actually given at the same time where they gave us raid announcements. So I think what screwed up this announcement, kind of this whole Princess Leia GL thing, was they wanted to tell us about the raid. Nothing to do with kind of GL Leia or what that would have been.
All right. We got Helly says, happy Saturday morning to my guy Aldous, my guy Ranger, and Karth is joined us. So Karth as well. I'm sure you would have said it. As well as all the skewers in the chat. I hope your Saturday's going well. Always remember, everyone, Helly sucks. That's true. Helly does suck. LBC Rob says, morning guys, or is it still here? I guess. Hope you are both well. We are. Good to see you. So much problems in the LBC. So good to see Rob OOBB. Let's see. What else in 3 says, just keep swimming. Okay. Not if you've had a big breakfast. Don't have a big breakfast and then go work out. That could be my food coming up. Hello, Karth. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing well. We probably won't do since you get your family stuff, I was thinking about it. We'll just delay the lore video for another week. That work for you there, Karth? That way you don't have to think about it. Yeah, there we go.
That's fine.
I'm a Jim Cornett guy. Says, greeting fellow space travelers. Well, hello. It's the Great Space Coaster. Get on board.
You ready for the super exciting TW we're gonna have today?
I'm not doing anything, brother. I did my defense. I'm gonna go do other shit. I'm gonna go watch football, brother. So don't plan on me doing shit.
I don't plan on anybody doing anything.
F you. I was like, okay. I even put I was like, Kartha, what about Jedi Cow? Yeah, fuck it. I don't need it. Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't think about it when I was just writing it up was because there's only like a dozen of us that have them. And so I was like, it's going to be a long shot. So.
All right. Let's see here. LBC says, great show, by the way. Thank you, LBC Rob. Always appreciate your support. Tila hasn't said anything. Cowboy One says hi to Helly. All right. I think we've got everybody's greetings in. All right, here we go. All right, Tila Matt says, question for me, Sandfly. Are you a plant person? To me, wife collects plants. And if you are, you'll understand my pain and never think a little plant can be so expensive. I don't think you are, Aldous, are you? I couldn't tell from your
I
background.
am. I'm
You
all
think
plants.
he is? You should see the gardens of Babylon I've got outside with waterfalls and ponds and all kinds of shit. Are you kidding me?
But because I go away for like 3-4 months at a time, every plant I have is fake. So all of these plants are fake from IKEA.
That's horrible.
As is this one. But I do love plants. The color green just makes me happy. So yeah.
You would think that until you're outside for 8 hours in the 90+ degree weather and you're killing weeds.
Well, I have thought about doing like sort of between two ferns content with Aldi.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's
please don't invite me to that. Yeah, please don't.
Yes, I love I do love plants. I love plants. I love being outside. But I go abroad, so the plants would die. Therefore, but it was a long time I was in the UK. So I used to grow chilies and tomatoes in the house. So I don't know, you don't want to sidebar, but I had this massive tomato because I love pizza. Okay, this is okay again. I love pizza, so I would grow pizza. I wouldn't grow
pizza. Okay, I would pizza plant, that famous plant. Yeah,
I would make the dough for the pizza. I would be growing the tomatoes for the sauce. I'd have chilies, just growing just for a little bit of spice on the pizza. And I had rosemary and basil also growing like on a thing. So I had like
we got all that stuff outside right now.
I had like an entire sort of, but this is a little flat, a little flat with no garden in the middle of London. Well, not London, England. But yeah, it was just incredible. So yeah, no, my mom, I love growing. We
don't do pizza, but we do have like tons of those mini tomatoes, the strawberry tomatoes, I guess you call them.
The cherry ones,
tomatoes, yeah. And she uses that for her bruschetta. So, so we've got plenty of. We had one year we had so many vegetables growing. It was asinine. And now we've got grapes. The grapes did come in this year, but we have to give it another year before you can start really using them, so yeah.
But I love the ability to grow stuff that you can then eat is so self-satisfying. And I don't know, it is kind of cool. And maybe it's the extension of SWGOH where we kind of grow characters and have them come to fruition in the future. And it's kind of like you water them every day with a few kind of shards. But yeah, I love growing stuff, but I can't really do it now that I'm kind of not here.
All right. What else? 3 question. Karth, did you finally get past tier 4?
Yeah, that was like right after the fix went live.
We had Meathead on Wednesday, and he took his lumps. But someone was saying, and I try to explain it to you guys. Look, it's not a good look. More bugs, problems with another release, but this is different than Leviathan. Leviathan was just a straight dumpster fire. That thing was broken to hell and back and everywhere in which way. And it's still not 100%. I think gotten better, but oof. But this one was just a simple translation from one server to the next,
Yeah, and it was from their test servers to the live server, and there was something that didn't
happens.
Translate.
But the problem is they keep having these consistent things like, where bugs and shit like this happen. That's what I said. It's a compounding thing, where it's like
it would be easily overlooked if the Leviathan hadn't been a complete dumpster fire.
Yeah. But it wasn't.
But it was. So now it's fresh in the mind of like, another big release and it's broken and it's shitty and it sucks and everyone just not having a good time.
Yeah. Heli non-SWGOH question for the panel. I wasn't playing Stanfield yet. That shipbuilding feature looks sick. No, I'm not playing.
Starfield. I know he spelled Stanfield, but it's Starfield.
Well, he said Stanfield, so I don't know what he's talking about. Wife Light says, good morning, Ranger Karth and Aldous. Karth, what's the consistent money for Geo Leia tier 2? I've tried different stuff. Now I need help. Well, if you want to cover that, I got to go get my breakfast.
Sure. So there is always going to be RNG. I think there's probably about a 15% chance roughly that you'll lose every time. Just because of how Vader interacts. And if he goes hard after somebody, it's just going to be a bad time because the rebels can't resist the ability blocks. once you're locked down, it's really challenging. But modding wise, I found the most consistent strategy for me so far has been to mod Leia with an offense set, with the potency set, protection on the circle and triangle, and then just slam as much offense as I can underneath her. And then for Han, the modding has been just boatloads of tenacity. I'm able to get to 185, which is just outlandish for a lot of people because I have two mods that have over 10% secondaries, and so it helps me bridge the gap. But you want to basically slam as much tenacity as you can under him, on the hope that he resists the debuffs when he goes through. But if you can't push north of 160, it gets really challenging to make that a consistent thing, and that's just what comes down to it. And then I had fights I was doing on Scribe stream the other day where Vader just played like an idiot, instead of Merciless Massacre, and he culled, and then when he went to go to do Merciless Massacre, he didn't have the cull available. So sometimes the AI plays it dumb, but it's basically making Han as tenacious as possible. Leia's leadership gives him a little bit more, but full tenacity sets, as much tenacity on the secondaries, tenacity cross, and then just pray he resists.
Don't worry, Carp.
But
When I get GLA here in a couple weeks, you're going to be there right by my side as we do this.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to suck, but
It's kind of funny though, because tier 2 is like the one that's like tier 1 and 2, I feel like are the most losable tiers. Tier 1 is a little not as bad, but yeah, White Flag, I mean, you can DM me and I'll see what I can help you out with, but it's rough. Yeah. I actually only dropped it once, so I don't know if it's but I have a caveat. I have an R8 Rolo and an R7 Captain Han. So that's
so do
definitely going to
I.
skew the Rolo is going to skew the offense quite a bit because I'm able to get to like 10k and then still rock like 100% potency. So
all right, another non-SWGOH related question from Helen X. Says, when are GPU prices going to fall, damn it? Ranger, please have the Illuminati large GPU price for me. No, I can't do that. Sorry. They don't even let me have nice shit, so I'm not going to be able to help you.
GP price? Oh, GPU. Okay. It was like Galactic Power prices. Who's paying for Galactic Power?
All right. What else? 73. Wait, is Ranger saying someone can grow pizza? No, that was all this. The pizza plant. Oh boy, lots of questions, lots of stuff going in. Yeah, okay. Oh boy. All right, Adahan224 question: with Fleet Arena looking like a nightmare now with the Leviathan buff, farm Leviathan or Profundity next? Assuming I have all at 7 stars, level 1.
I mean,
Leviathan's gotten better.
The first question is how's your scythe and your interceptor? If you don't have those conquest units, then Leviathan is probably going to be the better bet because Profundity is just an absolute RNG fest. It's like a 50% win rate, maybe. If the AI is stupid and goes after the Y-wing the entire time, you get all your assists so you can keep recovering. It's fine. Profundity still wins. But if RNG says no, then it's over, and you just wasted one of your best fleets versus a fight you got to start over on.
Yeah.
So
it's. I mean, they made Leviathan more. I mean, especially with the isolate and stuff. I mean, they've done a lot of stuff with Leviathan now. So
yeah, it's
always. And the mirror matches
are
better too. I mean, even if you don't go second, you can still overcome.
I mean, if you have Sith fighter but when you get both Sith fighters in the starting lineup, then it's whoever has the faster Sith fighter changes things.
Yeah.
But even then too, is you can kind of still win it after the fact because of how how the AI plays it, because the AI their Sith fighter will use its special and not its basic, and only its basic allows it to attack under protection. So the turn meter gain, you can get the turn meter gains first. But even if you lose some of that stuff too, if you take like a TIE Reaper with you, and have the TIE Reaper eat the instant defeat, it'll summon, pull turn meter, boost your turn meter, and then die immediately.
Yeah.
So you still get that effect from the reinforcement, which is still good.
Sure.
So it's also another thing to you can use to help kind of make the Leviathan matches go a little bit more in your favor, but it's still not fun.
All right,
Coin flip metas are awful.
we got some more people joining the stream today. We got the engineer Choo Choo running them engines 27s. Training engineer Michael W. Hunter III from His Majesty's Secret Gaming Services joined us in the chat and great Singapore qualified. It sounds like Formula One. Not interested. Let's see here. Mary J. He's in there. Let's see. Helly question for Aldous. If people good at growing plants have green thumbs, what color thumb would a quality pizza grower have? These are the important. All right, Helly. God damn it.
Am I allowed to answer?
Do you want to answer that?
The answer is yellow.
And it was all yellow.
No. Well, okay, there is a weird reason. Anyone that makes their own pizza is a great cook. Right, you are loving being in the kitchen, as indeed Ollie does. And therefore, you probably also cook curries. And anyone that cooks curries cooks with turmeric. So the weirdest thing is that you can always tell a great cook because they have yellow fingers, because you end up with turmeric fucking everywhere. Certain language. So yeah, the correct answer is if you're making your own pizzas, you're probably dealing with turmeric and Indian curries and that incredible palette of wonderness. So yeah, you probably have yellow thumbs.
You know what my favorite? Answer. You know what my favorite herb is? Cumin. Like saying cumin. Get away with that when you say it like that. All right, Linky. It's Linky. It's fun for a girl and a boy. It says. Hello there. All right. What else in 3 says? I've lost 4 attempts on tier 2. Just dumb and excessive still. Ooh. Okay. All right. Oh boy. We should put a guide out there eventually. Questions.
Scribe's supposed to have one coming out.
Yes. Oh, the lovely Daisy Snarf Noodle Snarf says, good morning, skewers. Ollie Carthen Ranger. Hello, Daisy Snarf. Questions. Did I miss any up there? No. Helly just being Helly. Customers, you know that the whole deal. Oh, never mind. He got it in. Nathaniel Morgan question for Karth. Has a clear 5th emerged yet? Granted, can't test Omnom such as Princess or Farm Boy.
The short answer is I think for a lot of it is that the answer is still no.
Okay.
Leia, what Leia is hunting, it's very much dependent on what she wants to go after is what you want to bring with you, because it'll change drastically how the team performs. Because like if you need to stop like Jabba, you need like an AoE daze, right? Otherwise the minions of Hutt Cartel are gonna blow you into the floor with all your max health. So it's like I found with Jabba that taking like Kanan and Captain Rex is a lot of fun. I've found that basically like I've done Chirrut and Baze as the 4th and 5th. Old Ben does fine, but it's a speed race for a lot of it too. Is depending on what you're fighting. If your team gets suppressed into the floor, then it's kind of a game over. You just kind of wait and pray that the AI plays like crap. But there's not a clear best team at the moment, and I think Princess Leia will have some more legs when we get to GAC, but I don't know if that really tips the scale. And it 100% comes down to what we're fighting. But like honestly,
Parth, can I ask a question? So with the raid cadence and basically the raid being a huge space for rewards, do you think we'll ever see a fourth or a fifth even being that important? I know the answer is kind of middle, but do you not think actually we already have the core three for the raids? Thoughts on your raid excitement and the rewards you'll get from raid long term versus kind of a short term?
Well, so for what we know right now about the raid is that at least one phase of the raid is going to be a speeder bike pursuit, which is basically Leia's alt tier. And if that's the case, the characters you take don't matter. It's basically go slap on your best speed mods under them and then just press buttons until you win. If that's how that plays out, then it doesn't really matter what the team comp for the raid is because you just need 3 fast characters. Now they said they're going to do something a little bit different and change the ability, so there might be an actual ground battle and that might play differently. If that's the case, then we'll see. But for me, it doesn't make sense to have the entire raid be the speeder bike pursuit because that's going to be really boring, really fast. So especially with the dark
side
side characters,
the bunker part where you have to go in
that's what I'm thinking with the Imperials there.
Scum.
I feel like they're going to do some sort of bunker part of it, and there's going to be, or there might be multiple phases. Because the crate was only one phase, which is nice but boring all at the same time.
You could have the Leia Wicked phase where it's like do.
Well, you do, the second tier,
and if you talk the best, you win.
Yeah, you just did that. You have a tier where you fight with the second tier of the alt. You fight with Wicket, and then
I guess my question is more about like, how do you balance the right? We know the raid will be important for them, so they are going to put value to the raid and rewards on the raid versus. Okay, I could give them a good fourth, a good fifth, but then in about 6 months' time, they might actually launch a hard counter to Leia that just destroys that, and I need to kind of pivot. How do you balance? Okay, sorry, where your head is on. Okay, do I really
I already know where you're going. I got it. You just constantly work on mods, Aldous. So that when shit changes, you change your mods.
Yeah, but do you work on accuracy mods or do you work no? But the thing
we only have the arrow. If you get one that's good, yeah. But
okay, sorry, Kat.
Go ahead, Karth. I was talking to the wife.
The short thing is going to be when it comes to balancing the team is you're going to want to find the team that works for you for what you need Leia to hunt. If you need Leia to hunt JMK, then you probably want to build up old Ben, and then like Princess Leia or something like that. Somebody who's going to have a lot of attacks, can get called to assist, is going to do some damage, help you get your alt faster. If you want to go hunt things like Lord Vader, you might want more cleansing. Sure. So like Chirrut Bays might be a good setup for you. But it comes down to what you want to consistently hunt, because Leia, honestly, on defense is, unless she gets a powerful Datacron, the AI plays her so crappily that you can't really one shot, and you can't really. It's a nuisance, but it's not impossible to beat, and it's just going to be one of those things. So I think for the long run of it is that you take it on offense and then build the team that beats 3 or 4 GLs consistently, and then just leave that team alone, and then don't worry about the investment beyond that until we either get new rebels that slot into that 4th and 5th slot, or there becomes a shining moment of this is the optimal team to work with. But it's very much right now a team that has a lot of flexibility in the 4th and 5th spots because of how powerful Drogon and R2 are on the team. They really carry a lot of it, and so it's just like you're looking for the situational support mechanics that you need to do. Are you fighting Lord Vader and you need to cleanse a lot of those buffs or those debuffs off you? Then you might want to find a cleanser. Are you trying to prevent attack out of turns? Well, you might want to find somebody who dazes or like old Ben ability block, stuff like that slows down the other team. And that's really where you wind up. So I think long run, just find out what you want her to be and build that team, and then just set it down and wait till we get more.
I appreciate that. Thank you for answering my question. No, thank you.
Yes. All right, next question. Let me look here. Oh, Dalton Miles, konnichiwa. Konbanwa. LBC. Oh, yeah, another one. That here. No, it's LBC Rob. Hey, this question. Did you guys see the Chimera Leviathan counter, or did you already know about it and I'm too late to the party like always in this game? For the Chimera Leviathan, I haven't really been using that counter. I just usually go in there. So I'm not one to ask here because I know of it. I don't know if you know of it, Aldous. I have
Yeah,
not.
I use it today. I think
Okay,
yeah,
parse that.
I think so. I think we're talking about Chimera.
Yeah.
The scythe. No, what's the ship? The weird one with the two.
It's the Scythe, the Taxi, TIE Fighter pilot, and then you use Interceptor
Yes,
and
and
Defender as
yes,
reinforcements.
yeah, that's what I did. You bring in Defender first. You try and keep Defender alive, and it works perfectly well. And I think actually we're talking about a bigger thing here. Sorry. I love ships, but I do think the new Empire ships they've added, and the two Empire capital ships actually allow quite a lot of flexibility. That's going to be super hard for them to actually bring other meta fleets in. And I think we're seeing it probably with the Leviathan, and we see it also with Profundity. We see it with any other fleet in the game. I don't know. I think they're going to have to kind of start adding unless the opponent capital ship is Empire, because what they brought in are so brilliant. And anyone saying, okay, what should I farm next on ship? Should I do Leviathan? Should I do Profundity? I would always say to them, no, do Empire. Like, just get yourself these ships, however far you off of the TIE Defender. And I know these are in weird spaces, but yeah, I
don't know how much longer that's going to be.
It's a great counter.
Yeah,
but it's hard to shut down. It's hard to shut down.
That's something we know. The Profundity and Chimera were both being looked at. They've talked about. They've done some stuff against Profundity. I'm waiting to see for the other shooter drop on Chimera. Now I'm just going to give you kids a tip. It's never just a tip, but I'm going to give you the tip anyway. I don't fart around with fleets anymore. Me and Carter are on the same page on this. We bring our top 3 dogs to the fight. I just pick which one I want to do. I've gotten over this crap because, no, I just go Leviathan, Profundity, Executor on offense, and I just go get my 70 each fight. I'm not playing this game anymore, trying to use counters. I agree that the counters can be really good, and there's a lot of good videos. I haven't seen the one from Zareth, but I always watch Zareth. So I woke up this morning like it's Jedi Academy. I need coffee. So I'll eventually go watch that. But yeah, it's. Since we had a couple of those counters, previously where it's like, if you get bad RNG, you're hosed. Like, I was hosed. You know what? Let's not fart around anymore, and let's just bring our top fleets and just go get 70 to 75 banners on each fight.
Well,
and it's really nice.
And that's 100% the reason why I don't think they're actually going to end up touching the Chimera fight, because it's such an expensive counter.
Yeah.
The Chimera fight basically tells you the Chimera versus Leviathan basically shuts down the Empire split that you used to be able to do versus Executor and Profundity. So, because you have to take the best parts of both and send them to the same fleet. So it's a very expensive counter. It's 2 conquest ships. It's a legendary unit. It's, you've got quite a bit of investment that needs in there, because TIE Fighter Pilot needs to be high relics to get out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You need good modding on that kind of stuff. You need Vader to be up there in relics. So there's a lot of investment that goes into it, and it's still not 100%. And on top of that, it's still not it's still god awful banners.
Yeah.
You're lucky to walk. It's like the Profundity fight all over again. If you get perfect RNG, you walk away with 72. But realistically, you're somewhere between 67 and 69 banners on a consistent fight. And I think that's the trade-off that I'm willing to take with the nerf they did the Profundity, because the Profundity was 3 ships, 77 banners. Almost guaranteed every single time, unless you got absolutely hosed on your attacks at a turn. So I don't think they'll touch it, because I think it's the how expensive that it is and how much resources it pulls to one fleet. I don't think they'll touch it, and that's why we didn't see anything that stopped the Chimera fight with that last update. So, and they didn't say anything that they're still looking at that fight. They just let it go. So I think at this point they can't touch it without absolutely turning off turn meter, because that's the only way that they can really stop that fight. Because Empire capital ship with TIE fighter pilot and dagger, they're going to gain 50% turn meter every time they evade. That's just, you can't slow that down.
I
You know,
agree.
so
I couldn't agree more. I mean, Karth, you're right. I think one of the issues we're having in fleets at the moment is with 10 capital ships, I think, or 9, and only 3 on defense, you can kind of zerg down other fleets.
mhm.
I would say that ships 2 years ago were probably one of the most important bits of GAC. I think nowadays they become, just take your most offensive things and just clear it.
Do that to yourself? I mean, because I used to do that, and we would have just that RNG, and I know the counters, but like we would have first server versus executor. I know what I'm doing, but if you get the wrong RNG, you're toast. You know, and then
it's changed. But I would say it's only flipped in that last maybe 6 months.
Well, with Leviathan, it's changed things.
Leviathan kind of flipped it. But yeah. I mean, I think the ships have become very. Sorry, go on, Karth.
The Leviathan change now gives the Leviathan fleet some actual like teeth against the profundity counter. So it's very hard to say that, oh yeah, I can totally come in and smoke this for 77. So basically you can run a heavy fleet defense again, and because I mean that was the problem before. You could run triple meta and I could still walk right over you for 75 banners average on everything. So why would I put that down? With the changes now, it's unlikely that you can get consistently like hold the fleet zone, but you could probably make them pay for it if you go heavier on defense. Like if you put Profundity and Leviathan down and they put their Leviathan down, then they have one Empire counter because they can't beat the Profundity and beat the Leviathan. And so it's like you can kind of shoehorn them a little bit, but like you said, you can still run the gambit on, zerging down the Profundity with like maybe take Executor off defense, put your Executor against it, and clear out a couple ships, and then come back and clean it up with Resistance or something like that. So there's a lot of possibilities now with the Profundity getting shut out from Leviathan, but it's still one of those things where it's
fragile. It's fragile.
Do you roll dice on it? Do you clear fleet and win, or do you get stalled out as well and pray your opponent does too? Like it's you got to roll dice on it, and it's what you're more comfortable with. If you can play
as much as say it's flipped one way, it could quite easily flip the other way. Like one tiny little ship or one tiny little kind of buff or change, it could flip back to kind of, oh god, you want the more meta, you can stop people. But at the moment, yes, I think the defense is, you can beat any defense quite easily. So, but we'll see.
The second they go to 4 ships on like Kyber 1 defense, it's gonna massively change everyone's in how they want to deal with it, because the odds of you stalling out are much higher, and then the odds
flip it back the other way 100%. I think
it depends if you like. For me, I have all the ships, so for me that's an easy thing. I'll pull Empire because I like Empire on my defense right now. It's really giving people fits who be in a lot of holds on that, and then I'll put Holdo and Negotiator, Malevolence, and shit. I'll even put First Order down. I don't give a shit. And then I'll go with the top 4 fleets. I got Empire, Leviathan, Profundity, and Executor. I'm going to win some fights there, So,
I would think it would take us about an hour to work out what that would look like. If there was 4 on defense and 4 on offense, oh my, like the different combinations
coming. I still think
wild.
I think there's a couple more ships coming for some of the other fleets. I still think Bliss is Y-Wings coming in. I think we're going to get some more Rebels for AdRad, and I still think they're kind of thinking about what do they do with Galactic Republic, right? We always talked about it here about you can make one fleet like Kenobi, all Jedi, kind of stuff, and then move all the clone stuff over to like say Mace's fleet and work on that one, so you have more options. I think that's something that's Before they go to 4 fleets, they may do that. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I mean, yeah, the Resistance needs an extra ship to be, I would say, much more meta viable. They're one of the best cleanup fleets in the game, but they have a really hard time going against the standard AI opening lineup. They just get torn to shreds, and they're really hard characters to convince people to invest heavily into. It's like their tank is probably, unless you have Zori and everything, is two of the worst Resistance characters to level up and put high relics on.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is just kind of one of those things where it's really hard to convince me to put high relics on characters that are just bench warmers. And so they need something that helps. They need something that allows Poe to reinforce, so that Poe can have his big damaging go of things with his reinforcement ability. And then change that. Like you mentioned with the GR fleet, if they split Jedi clones and add a couple fleet ships in there, give us like the Marauder from Bad Batch and allow that to kind of have a Scythe kind of vibe, summon some V-Wings and have the same sort of vibe under Mace Windu, and then just make it a monster recovery team that just, you gotta shut down and stall out. Then that could be fun. But I mean, honestly, the way I'm looking at it is we won't see anything massively change probably until the end of the year. I almost want to say the conquest unit after, I'm assuming it's Gideon. Of course, Meathead said that he can't confirm or deny that Gideon's next. But the one after, I would assume, is going to be a ship, and that's going to dictate a sort of off meta counter to the Leviathan to a degree, and where that goes, I'm not sure yet. But they're gonna have to build up the next. I mean, because that's what the cadence has usually been, somewhere between 5 to 6 months after the Leviathan, like after the big meta fleet gets launched, then they roll out the off counter, because it's like, we got the Profundity, and then here came Scythe.
Here
so
comes
it's like,
Scythe.
I agree, Carth. I think, but the only thing I maybe kind of change would be Resistance for me and Holdo is so near broken.
I know.
To kill the capital ship, and I actually think the Resistance fleet might be frozen from now on. The ability to put anything at all into that fleet that makes it even a tiny bit better, I think, breaks the game. So
depends on what they do. I mean, if you balance it right, it can be worse. They just need more damage. That's the thing.
No. It's the problem is Holdo's ultimate and the ability to proc TM and anything involving kind of getting more turns or more.
Yeah, I don't think we need any more TM, but I think some damage on that fleet would be really important, because the other capital ships will get to their ultimate, if you play it right, faster than they will on the AI. So if you just get some more damage in there, make it a little bit more interesting, where it can...
Realistically, if Zori's Y-Wing can start with the Star Fortress and raise Millennium Falcon, and it can put buffs on top of Rey's Falcon before she does her AoE, that could be an incredibly devastating opening move that gives the Resistance fleet an advantage, and then still give her the unique that does the same thing Star Fortress does. No Foresight for you. You convert Foresight into another buff immediately, and you never get to actually use it, so that you never proc the ult faster. But something that helps power Rey up to hit harder, and then allows Poe to reinforce. Because if Poe can reinforce, his missiles, when he reinforces, is one of the highest damaging abilities in the game. But we hardly ever reinforce them because we have so few Resistance ships to work with. So
no, that's a good oddity. I love that, Karthik. That's a very good point. Honestly, but I think that Holdo fleet is so close to broken. That they got to be really careful if you put anything in. But I think what you just discussed here is perfect. I don't know. I think every single fleet we now see added will be 100% tag limited. We will get the next ship launched, and I agree. Probably after Gideon, it'll be some sort of thing. It will be like the trenches support ship, and we'll have a trench faction ships, and it will go under trench. That sort of thing would be my guess.
I have a large degree of suspicion that their plan for the next meta, and I don't know if they want to push a full on new meta fleet. But the plan is at this point is that odds are Trench will get a capital ship. If I was a gambling man, that's what I would
It makes
put my
total
money
sense.
on, because we haven't had an admiral in this game that doesn't have a capital ship. So why give him the name if he doesn't have the ship? But on top of that, with they need to split the separatist fleet then if they do that, right? So we need a few more droid ships to go work with the Malevolence, because the Malevolence really wants the droid tag. So let's get, the Tri-Fighter, let's get the gunship. They're already in the game. Just give us those versions of that. They don't have to be piloted ships. Just find a way to, and then slave the whole thing under rework. Grievous is unique to be super like, oh, if it's all droid allies at the start of the battle, then they gain this massive stat boost because they don't have, pilots to slave their relic levels to for power.
Yeah.
And then the Separatist fleet can take the Geonosians, and it can take a couple other support vehicles that
give Dooku his ship from episode 2. Fuck it.
Yeah, or something. Just basically split it between droid Separatists and organic Separatists, and then you have that go from there.
I think we just fantasy booked the next year and a half of shippings, which I actually think is honestly, I think we're pretty close. So honestly, mark this down in your diary. It was pretty close. I think
the panel actually got shit.
Just. I agree. I agree 100%. I agree.
To be honest, though, like at a certain point, that's the bloat we're missing in this game is ships. And if they do a new capital ship release, that'll get us about. If they do a brand new capital like Leviathan that had all those new ships, we'll be officially about halfway to the GP bloat required to get that light side Geonosius maxed, because you needed like an average of like 2 million more GP in fleet alone to hit it. Right. So it's gonna be interesting to see if maybe it was 1 million, but I mean still when you upgrade ships,
weirdly though, I think I weirdly think the ship plan is written. And I actually think know that when they did that, they had the ship plan. So I actually think that what we're talking about, and even though we're kind of fancy booking, I actually think we're not a million miles off, because I think they've had this written down for the last couple of years. So we're just kind of following the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, that's what we do. But I know I've had conversations with lots of people from CG, and they have a board and it's got their release for a year, and as stuff comes off, they add more stuff. So yeah, that's the way it works. All right, Helly, serious question for the panel. First question: do we have an official start date of the new Leia Ewok Endor raid? Nope. Our guess is I'm still saying December. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. November, December.
It seems the reason
probably
why
for the 8th year anniversary we'll get this one.
I would suspect that somewhere near the anniversary, the rate, that's what they're aiming for. And it's also why they gave us Leia now versus waiting another month, because they needed to get them out into the game before the raid comes live. So I would somewhat expect the raid by November, middle of November, towards the end. But it's going to be one of those things, if they don't hit it by that point, it's going to be December, because it's going to be Thanksgiving. It's going to be a whole shutdown on the office for a few days. And so if it's not middle of November, it's going to be early December. It'll be like TB launching all over again.
Hello to Ray Rocks, is Happy Up Ranger, Aldous, Karth, and the Picklers. That's Tom Blow, the man with the best fro in the business, is here. Nathaniel Morgan, glad to see you here. Looking for the next question. Mike says, I'm still on a Malicos Unlock on Monday. GL's quite a way away. Most people are. I mean, I'm not even sniffing Leia. I'm not getting off the plan to Malicos. If you've got the UFU team, you should be investing everything into him. Me and Karth give her seal of approval on Malicos.
Want it so bad.
I do too, buddy. I'm taking a Relegate day one, brother. I'm not even farting around with that, so
yeah, that's what I got in the tank, and then I'm gonna convince myself to buckle down and fly on autopilot for a month, because I've got every raid character for the Endor raid I think is already R7 minus maybe 2. So it's like I don't need to work on anything, but I just gotta be on autopilot for a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited for Malicos and that team.
Question from Richard Marzullo. If I miss one of your questions, guys, it's the way it works. Just put it back in and say I had this question earlier. Just repost it. It's fine. Richard says, question, morning, gents. Currently farming for Jedi Cal. Are the Zetas for Tarful and Sol necessary? Rather not waste them if I don't need to. No. Tarful, yes. Tarful's really good. I mean, it's got a hard counter, but it's still, I'm forcing people to use a certain counter against Tarful. But
If
it's
if
really
you're
nice. Saw.
if you're
Don't
going
bother.
just for the unlock, I would say no, but it's not a ticketed event either. So
No.
get them to gear 12, let them sit, and then try
When
the
you're ready.
event. If
Yeah.
if you can't do it, then slap it on. Otherwise, no. But I don't think it is. But I have a hard time giving my proper opinion on that because I had all of the cal requirements at R8 when I did the event. So I could have autoed it if they'd let me.
I
So
mean, I had everything Relic Zero just because I wasn't sure if Gear 12 was going to be good enough for the event. It is. It's actually a fun event. If you haven't done the Jedi Cal Fallen Order event, it's really, really good. They did a great job of mirroring the game Fallen Order with SWGOH. That was a really good release. But Saw me Tarful, I'm really pleasantly surprised in how good he is. That team with the Wookiees, that's a hell of a good team. That is a really good team. It's going, and especially in GAC. I think, what is it, Bad Batch that eats it for breakfast? What was the team that eats that for breakfast? Was it
which team? What team are we
the
talking about?
Wookiee team with Tarful Lee,
Tarful Wookie.
fives?
Um, Bad Batch can eat it if you don't have a good cron to counteract them. Because once you daze the team down, it
Yeah,
doesn't really matter what they do. Um, it, I think Tarful's a bigger threat in threes than he is in fives.
yeah.
There's just too much to work with on offense, which makes it really easy to kind of work around him and have a good time with
I'm
it.
kind
So
of okay, so I'm kind of in the middle. I've not got to Genetic Cal yet. I'm still farming. Um, and I'm looking at the people around him as being right. Do I put the Omi on that? But whether I put the Omis on the other people is about the team I have, like the Wookiees. Am I going to head in a Wookiee direction? I'm going to head in a Night Sister direction. I'm going to head in a yeah.
uh, yeah,
Night Sisters are worth it. With
Night Sisters
Marin.
are worth it.
Yes, they're all worth
Saw
it. Yeah, they're all, Saw's not maybe, but
Saw is a loaded question because it's like if you invest in the team like you would anything else, it's okay. But it's a lot of extra that people just on the depth for. So I think it's much more of a team that's for accounts that have more depth.
Yeah.
I
If
think
you're
we already feel. I think we feel there's disappointment maybe in CG over how Saw's been received. The fact
mhm.
it gave him a specific shout out when they were doing the Drogon launch, going, well, you can use this guy over here until you get Leia, was kind of, I don't know. I think Saw has been a swing and a miss,
It
but
happens.
yeah,
But I mean, the other
which
two,
is fine. Which is
yeah,
fine.
they
It's
all
it's a
can't be
it's
great.
a complicated game. I'm not, but yeah, for me, I would never make a decision. I think for Gen X Cal, I don't think you make a decision for Gen X Cal. I think the decision you make over the Omicrons is based on your entire
It is,
count
yeah.
and what direction you're going, what teams you love.
Yeah,
I think there's
if you're not gonna invest in it, don't bother.
yeah.
Don't bother. Just have it for the event, Gear 12, and that's it. And leave it
Yeah,
there
because
until
Gen X Cal will never see these people ever again. Like
No.
he's not going on a Marin team or
No, he's
or
not.
a Rex team. He's completely somewhere else. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so you're fine. All right, what else? 73 question. When they add a fourth fleet in GC, how many more teams do you think they'll add? One each. Or it'll just be one on defense because we don't have they couldn't add two on fleet because that would be ridiculous. We don't have enough fleets for that. But I could see them adding one for defense. So you need an additional one for offense and defense. That's it. But
I would
the question we get to all the time, guys, is how far down are they going to push it? Is it all going to be Kyber again, where people in the bottom of Kyber that are Rhodium Kyber are like, so
I mean, realistically, for Kyber 1, and this is almost why I want them to break a new tier above Kyber and make the rewards just marginally better, but that way they can just tweak that environment. Because honestly, for the players that are like 11 million plus, 11 teams, like I am doing my entire GAC and still having Galactic Legends left over at the end of the day because I just don't need them depending on what my opponent does, right? And so it's like you have all these teams that aren't really going anywhere. And so it's like the defensive board is you can either power consolidate, which I'm seeing a lot happen now at the top end, which is like we're putting C on defense with Treya, Savage, Ami, and we're doing um a bunch of just crazy teams that shouldn't really exist, but they do because there's no reason not to. You don't need both teams. I don't want my Malgus team being beaten by Jedi Knight Cal, so therefore I'm just going to, put Malgus under C and call it a day, or I'm gonna go somewhere else with it. So there's a lot of things that are gonna change. So I think the only way they do that is by, I would say realistically, 5v5 needs 4 more teams on defense and 1 more fleet to be a competitive environment for the top end. Because we just have so much power consolidation now where it's like there is literally no consequences for taking the most powerful team available. Like they're just like, oh well, what does it matter if Jedi? I don't have to worry about trying to split Revan and Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Master Luke and Qui-Gon. Like I can throw the best characters all on the same team, and I'm still gonna crush you because I don't need the two of those teams. So I can split it to 2 optimal Jedi teams and call it a day.
I agree with Karthik. I think Karthik has nailed it. I think we're not just let's add 1 or 2 more on. We need a whole new way of setting defense. Mm-hmm. Like we need the board changed, or we need different points, or we need a cap point. We need something done to both TW and GAC. I'd include both of them and say, we're getting too many people now on offense that are too good and too many hard counters. I used Afra versus Jabba this morning, and it was smooth as butter.
Yeah.
It didn't even touch. It did not even touch the sides. Okay. So I honestly think we're not about, oh God, let's give me 1 more defensive team. We're needing a kind of a change, but I think CG know that, and I think
I let them know directly.
Yeah. As do I. I mean, I think it's kind of like for me, I think there's a bigger problem. We've got to make it sustainable. We can't just add 1 on, then next year we'll add 2 on. There's got to be they've got to look to a change to the defense that is sustainable, and doesn't just mean adding.
All right.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, the only way I really see them doing anything productive in GAC if they don't want to, because I think the main concern, right, is always going to be the time spent doing GAC. And some people love the fact that they got an hour to play GAC. Some people really hate it. And so the only thing I can see them really doing that's going to involve more of your roster depth is basically making ops for GAC, which I don't love the idea of. But then you kind of have this gamble of, okay, well, these characters aren't doing anything, but if I do this, in this zone, they give me a little boost or whatever else it ends up being, or I get a special ability or whatever else they want to do. I don't have any idea.
What about give you a potential? Right, and chat, don't hate me. I'm looking. Okay, in the comment section, hate me.
You said you were going to be vanilla, you lying bastard.
I am trying to be vanilla.
I knew you couldn't keep you.
No,
the devil inside.
What about Karthik? What about at different Kyber levels? And I like the way you've added like a super Kyber, which I like. What about if they banned G12 or below characters? So you basically had your roster shrunk. Oh. So instead of being able to Zerg stuff, you had so basically for Karthik, who probably has everything at like Rebels, like R9, R7, or whatever, you basically okay. Everybody hates all this. It's fine. Just put it in the chat below. It helps you. Okay. I think that's a way where they kind of like, well, Kyber 2 have the roster shrunk G12 to G, because that's the only ones I use. In Kyber, I'm Kyber 2. I don't think I've used a G12 in a few weeks. I'm not sure. But
the problem with that is we've seen this in the past all this time and time again. When you take stuff away from players,
they hate it.
Hate it.
I know, but I'm trying to
and it
find
doesn't usually go well.
But I'm trying to find a sustainable solution to making sure as we keep developing our rosters, they don't need to keep changing the game mode.
Well, I think change is fine. I mean, yeah, we don't like change, but sometimes you need change, right? Because if you get into the same stale pattern that we've been in GAC for a long time, that gets boring, right? GAC for me is not the game mode itself, it's the fun we have with the community. You know what I'm saying? And rewards. I do a lot of the stuff for rewards, because I'm working on, lay and other things. But I think what you do is you up the level, not from, like where you're at. They haven't done this in a long time. We get squished all the time, but they've never gone back and say, okay, you 11 millions down in Erodium 2, get your ass back up there in Kyber where your count should be. And like every year, just do once a year. Just put everybody back up so that, we start from the top. You want to drop again? Then drop. Don't participate like you have been. But, that way we don't get all those crazy 10, 11 million accounts in like, Kyber 5 and below where people are going, what do I do with this? I can't even attempt because I'm going to get slaughtered. I think that's the biggest thing that they need to do. But I also think they need to change the board, especially in 5, not so much in 3s, but I hate 3s anyway. But 5s, add some teams depending on the level, like Kyber 1, 2, maybe 3. But you can't do a blanket, we're going to change it for everybody. That's just lazy. You're not looking at what people have at those levels and saying, is this like
I think my comment, and please comment down below what we want, is we need a solution. I think we're all look at this going, we have too many people on offense. The board's not big enough. We can keep adding people, but eventually we'll run out of 24 hours to do our GAC because it'll take us 25 hours to do it. So that's not sustainable. Please give us ideas. I mean, that's why we're here. Like post, what's your idea? Like, I think that's why we're here. And I don't know. I think they need a solution. If we don't make GAC sustainable and GAC gets constantly stale every couple of years or every year,
this becomes a thing we do.
It's just like, oh God, every year we add another one on. Every year we add another one on. We've got to have a more sustainable solution. As much as I hate kind of removing stuff,
well, they can let us know.
That would be my Please let us know. Please don't. Okay, well, sorry. I'll go back to being vanilla. Hi.
Jedi Rules, our boy from San Diego says, Ranger question, will we get you to ship in the game soon? No, that's a hard no on that. It's always possible, but I'm not seeing anything that even says they're even sniffing GR for right now. Let me look for the next question. The damn thing data, so I up. Kashmir, the big case, this question, which Star Wars character would be the best craft brewer? I think Obi-Wan. What?
The best craft brewer. Are we talking about, like, I'm assuming beer?
You can say malt liquor, so I'm out.
I think the short answer is probably going to be
maybe the Jawas. They'd like to craft shit. Or maybe the Ugnaughts. I don't know.
Okay, hang on.
Because we know the Hut Cartel, they're not into crafting beer. They're into spice.
Tuscan Chieftain is a drinker. You can tell it. His main all he does is drink and emote. So that's I think right. I want the Tuscan Chieftain brewing my beer.
As long as they don't make Fosters. Engineer Juice question. I've been ready for 6 weeks already for Jedi Caliphate. Is there any ET on the event? Well, our best guess is end of September. That's when we said that was when it was coming back.
Yeah, 90 to 120 days is the typical window. So what we had at the beginning of July. So let's count all of July, August, September. So sometime towards I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be that first week of October.
But we are guessing. We are guessing. It could quite easily be March. And we'd be like, yeah. So please don't. Yeah,
It
but
kind of feels like
it's
for me,
likely to be early October.
I feel like it's going to be either the week of the 25th or the week of the 2nd is where I would put it, because CG is just lining up us for a dumpster fire of things to gear right now.
Yep.
Like they are
Malakos,
just draining
Jalea. Yep.
resources, yeah, right now. And so like it makes the most sense to just
Right around the corner is that
stack on.
legendary, that we know it's coming around the corner in November, December, Karth. We know it's coming. It's coming. You boy, it's coming. Here it comes. Oh boy, you.
My only
What's
thoughts on
happening?
Jedi Cal is that they are super focused on their raid at the moment. So and Jedi Cal is not involved in that. So they
That is
might
so-
kind of lose a little bit of focus on Jedi Cal because they're trying to get their raid stuff into space. So
Well,
I don't know.
but the Jedi Cal
might come
thing is for
anytime.
TB, so it still has viable need in for rewards and stuff in TB.
Oh, it's a great it's a 100%
it's an
great
all
character,
character, yeah.
but I think their focus at the moment is on the raid and getting their money and their bricks in order to maximize the raid money. So yeah, they might lose sight of Jedi Cal and forget about him, if I'm honest. Going, oh god, I forgot he existed because no one's mentioned him, because everyone we talked to unlocked him the first time. We forgot there's other people in the game. So I don't know. There is a weird he honestly, he's in that Grand Inquisitor space where there is a severe chance where literally they forget he exists.
Jedi Cal you should get. 1, because he's ridiculous. 2, you need him for TB. 3, there's stuff to do with him with Conquest. So yeah, there's still reasons to get him. That's what
he's brilliant.
But I think
but yeah,
with what I think the raid coming November, December, GLA is out, so this gives you time to finish your Cal and start switching to GLA for that farm, right? So we know it's not coming till December. Forget about the legacy character unless you're like one of us. It's right there that's going to have all these characters done. So yeah, and this leads to our next question from Deji Noodle Snarfy Snarf. So since we mentioned Malakos, what's the team to build around him? Oofas. Me and Karth are just waiting for this thing. That's going to be Seer and regular Cal, not unleaded, with Ahsoka Tana Fulcrum and Malakos, and throw crew in there, and you've got yourself a nasty effing team. Oh boy!
Yeah.
Monday, come watch me and Karth take him to Relegate and PPR pants.
The only thing with the 5th on that team is how well do they endure the onslaught? Because like that's my issue with the team right now, is that they're just so easily kind of manhandled out the rip without a tank, because you have no one to go after, or you can just kind of go after Cal or go after Seer right away or go after Fulcrum right away. You're not stuck, working around those. So Cal makes the most sense Crew makes the most sense as a 5th. But if Malakos adds enough bulk and threat to the team where you have to kind of work around him and not, Seer or Cal, then I think you could go for a lot more aggressive approach and put down, I don't love the idea of Stick Ray, but a lot of people got an R7. So there's an option for her. There's a couple other options depending on what you want to do. You could go with OG Kylo. That's still a decent shout there as well. So there's a lot of options you can kind of run with back and forth on that one. But until we get gameplay footage, I don't know if the tank is necessary. But the core 4 are going to be there no matter what. You've got a team that's going to be probably a nightmare to deal with on TW and GAC, and then the 5th kind of gives you flexibility for what you want to do. But yeah, I would say for right now, Crew seems like the logical choice. But there are so many UFAs now that you could swap it if necessary.
And
hey, look who it is. It's Heavy Smithy D. Now then we found love. Says, you're looking good, Ranger. Well, yes, losing 75 pounds to 80 pounds will do that for a man. I got 10 pounds to go. That's really rough.
Yeah, I have problems with the Malakos launch has got me a little bit cold because, Malakos is going to go under Seer. And anyone's ever played Jedi, Fallen Order, or Survivor, the whole thing is it's kind of it's a long way off. It's kind of back into that. Oh God, we're doing a fantasy game. It kind of jolts me out. I'd rather Malikos had come in with his destined target somewhere else, and maybe like Maul. I don't know, no, somewhere else.
It is
But
what
I
it is.
agree. Like exactly what Carr says is exactly the right team. But yeah, it's
Yeah, and
disappointing to see such a good character and such an iconic character and a new character that's joined us in canon go on a team that's like, well, why is he under Seer? It seems strange. Why is KRU standing? You know, it doesn't make any sense. It's a patchwork.
Until
Yeah.
we get a tank for it, then that's the best option.
but I mean, for right now, I mean, in threes, I think there's going to be a transition to putting Malikos with Vader, which is even further from where he'd want to go. But I mean, there's some flexibility with him. But yeah, I kind of wish there was a full like light side UFA team and then a full dark side UFA team that we could kind of work back and forth. Or if Malikos led the Night Brothers and we got some Night Brothers, at least in 3v3, that'd be kind of cool if they added a couple Night Brothers, like give Maul and Savage the tags because they technically are.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
I'd
give them the
love
tags
that.
and
Honestly,
have
a Night Brother team just to build would be just brilliant. I think
you could give Maul an Omicron for 3v3 that is a Night Brother thing,
Yeah.
right? And you don't have to add, you know, and then it only works in that mode. And I don't love the idea of 3v3 specific stuff, but I don't know if they want to add a bunch of characters just to make that team work. But anyways, I would like to see yeah, a little bit more thematic kind of teams arise.
He's a great Malikos is an amazing character and he is going to be great, but just that he's just on a team he would never be on. So just like his initial, I don't mind a character joining and then kind of finding their way onto a different team over time, like what? But to actually introduce a character and everyone's saying, no, I'll put him under Seer. You're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. That was your designed plan? Like what? Anyway.
All right. Hellnex, question for Karth. What are the 5 best Wookiees you use in Ranger suggested Tarful squad? What, you want me to tell you the goddamn squad even though I brought it up? All right, go ahead, Karth. I guess he doesn't want to hear from me.
I mean, so with the Kron right now, you want full Wookiees. So you want Tarful, Clone Wars Chewie, Zalbar, Vandor Chewbacca, and Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca.
I've been using Han in there. It's been doing very well.
It does do well, but with the Kron, you get the most. You leave with the Kron, you leave one of those characters undefended. They're very easy to pick off. So like some teams just need like one kill. Like troopers can kind of get through it if they can get one kill. And so it's they can suppress you in the floor with like Moff Gideon and Veers, and then Dark Trooper will kill off because the tanks do a good job, but if you don't have
you have Zalbar in there, that's really nice.
If you don't have like amazing, well, not amazing, but if you don't have decent relic investment, the team kind of falls flat pretty fast.
Yeah, I've got the relic investment, so it's.
But yeah, with the Kron, I would go full Wookiee because then Vandor, yeah, he's a tank, but at the same time, Vandor will revive everyone besides Tarful, so it's kind of a fun little gimmick to have there. And I'm not really using Vandor with Dash at the moment, so. It's not like I'm missing anything on that front. But outside of that, then the standard one is either you just do drop Vandor and either put in mission or Veteran Smuggler, depending on what you have.
Jedi rules, you psychopath, says Desi. Thanks for saying hi. Ranger hasn't said hi to me yet. Yes, I did when I said, hey, look, a question from Jedi rules, our boy from San Diego. Jedi rules. Better start listening to what I'm saying. God damn it. I always acknowledge you. Get the hell out of here. All right. Darth Sign question. Good morning. I have a 2-part question. Question 1. Will GL Leia be free to play farm before the new raid launches? I'm going to say yes. And big shout out to CG. That pack they're giving away with all those characters. Damn, I got some Drogon, some Kanisa,
they are throwing away access to Leia right now. Like they really are. Just the crystal value in that free pack is kind of ridiculous. 10 shards on any of the new marquees is 800 crystals. So that's a good win for a lot of players. So take it and run, folks.
So I would predict that I will predict that the last marquee for Leia will go farmable the day they announce the raid goes live. So that'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
Drogon, and that'll be about a month and a half from now. So I would say if we match Jabba, we're a month and a half away. We are end of October, they will launch the raid.
Well, if they
And
have the same cadence they had for
make it.
Jabba, we had Jabba come out, but the raid didn't come out for months afterwards. And we were able, if you had been working religiously on that squad, you had him in spades going into
Oh
that
yeah.
raid. It was just
But
the relic levels we had to
know
push.
raids, but we didn't know raids
Well,
existed.
yeah, we do
when,
now. But so
when
I
Jabba came out. So I honestly think I think we'll see it in maybe about 6 weeks time. The raid will launch. And I think on that day, Drogon will go farmable. And I think he'll go farmable probably in Cantina.
he'll be Rogan's got how much time left on his pack. This gives you a pretty good idea of when he will go.
Drogon's been out for almost 3 weeks now.
Yeah, so maybe next week he goes into shipments. I doubt it. Probably 2 weeks.
I don't. I think
you
think
think
they'll
they'll push a
probably
little
put him
faster. So
a little faster.
By farmable, I mean a node. I think Drogon was launched early for reasons. And therefore, because of what you represented and what so I think they kind of I think the whole GL. So yeah, I think in 6 weeks' time, already says, the raid will go live. And in 6 weeks' time, the final character that will be Drogon will go live in probably Cantina. Not sure.
That's the one we're not sure about. Is Scout or
Drogon
going to go into Cantina? One of those two is going in there. I think you're right there, Aldous, that one of those two is going
one of them must go.
No, never say must with CG. Have you met the Illuminati? Don't get me started.
Yeah, that's my So that's my thing.
No, I think I agree with that.
That's my time frame. That's my time frame. 6 weeks for the raid going live.
8-year anniversary. Count on it. Just like the last time, because they did the announcement for the raid and launched it in November, December for the announcement. Oh, it didn't launch till January, I think. No, it did launched in December because we had the whole Grand Inquisitor fiasco. So yeah, I think that it'll launch the same time. They've been on the same cadence. They did the same thing for this GL. They're going to do the same thing for the raid. Nothing. They've got a nice steady release, going.
And I love that, Ranger. You're right. Actually, on this entire GL layer, they mimicked the Jabba launch almost to the date. Well, they were a little bit early on one, a little bit late on another one, but
it's about the same time.
They are creating themselves a yearly cadence that you could almost set your clock by. And so when I'm saying 6 weeks till that goes, that is based on that yearly cadence. It's not based on anyway.
Oh, well, we have the second part of Dark Science question. It says, question 2, if said raid launches November, how is CG going to balance into raid if top and free-to-play players can't get Leia before? If these guilds can't get the rewards they're used to, there will be riots. Yeah, but you got to remember, Leia's one character. There are other teams you probably have if you're doing that raid with, if you look at the list of characters, it's 5 battles like the other one. We still haven't seen it yet, so we don't know what's changing with it. You can still start pushing your rewards, and before you get Leia and start contributing. I don't know if that'll equal to Karth. I don't know what you think about this, but I mean, there's a lot of Imperial Troopers, Rebels, and shit. You're going to be able to get some good points out there.
You're still going to get good points. I think it's a misconception to think that Leia is going to be the hard gate on everything. I think that's a little over dramatic approach to how that's going to fly. So I would say for a large portion of it here is that you should still score decently in the raid once even without Leia. I think you should still, if you take the teams, you get a couple teams to R7, you should get your 3 million. You should be able to get your points. I mean, and it depends on what your guild wants to do, right? That's the problem with a lot. If your guild's going to hit the 130 equivalent that's a very low hanging fruit for a lot of people with 5 attempts, and all you got to do is get them, and if it's just speed threshold stuff, then like it's fine. Who cares? It's going to be a fairly manageable setup. And so that's kind of where I'm looking at it. It's just like,
The only issue is I think they'll have learned from the crate raid. And a lot of people haven't bothered with Jabba or don't need Jabba because they're getting, like you say, the 130 mil crate as a guild.
yeah,
With the also ran teams, I think they might try and hard gate it a little bit more. But I think you're right. I would always encourage people. Look, there are at least, if you take the layout out of this, there's at least 4 other teams that if you R9 them, and I know no one will, but if you
They
R9
were like
them,
7, 8.
you will get 1 point or 2.7 million from those other teams because we need to have 5 teams that get 2.7 million. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'm always I'm nervous because we've only ever seen one of these raids, and I know that CG likes to tweak, learn, and alter from the first one, and they've already they're going to half the cadence and do it once a week. I don't know. It's hard to give advice. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. Smithy D says, "Have a good day, all. May the force be with you always." Have a good one, Smithy D. You name my name is Smithy, and like my glories. All right. BD says, "Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. Awesome convo here. Board needs to be changed. Clean TW. All these great points, but that's not a solution. Yeah, there's a lot of good solutions in the chat. CG will go back and watch this, and I'll keep them. What else? 3 questions. So, what's the next conquest character going to be now? We said Gideon, right?
yeah, Gideon's
Beskar Gideon.
They said Gideon, a new Beskar Gideon is coming. Well, not necessarily Beskar. A new version of Gideon is coming to lead the Imperial Remnant. So we don't know if that's exactly the next one, but I highly doubt CG would announce a character as a conquest unit and it not be the next one. They wouldn't put it that far out. So unless something absolutely has to change on their release cadence, I would suspect that Gideon's the next one to come.
All right, Nathaniel Morgan question: Can we have a 4-month off at the beginning of the year to catch up? What else can look up the raid? No, they'll never do that because they're always going to keep pushing characters and metas, and we don't get a break in this game.
No, because there's always something else to chase. It's
Yeah,
like
they have
that's
to
what we
have to-
thought last
yeah.
year with Afra, right?
Yeah.
Afra comes out, we had a great time, and then Zori drops, and Zori just started absolutely obliterating the meta with her revitalized resistance team. And so it's like it's one of those things where it's like there's always something to chase if you want to stay at the competitive.
Yeah.
I honestly think that the drop of the new Gideon is actually specifically tied to the launch. I honestly think that this launch is their primary calendar, and therefore we are getting. So if I say we're going to get the raid in 6 weeks' time, they will then get the Gideon 6 weeks later. I honestly think this whole thing is scripted as far as this raid is concerned.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah. So I think they have it more. So I think Gideon is more than planned. I think his kit will drop and he'll look like a raid meta. Whether or not he is or not, but his kit will make him look like the greatest raid character you ever need, forcing everyone to then focus on the hardest ever conquest they have to do. And I think we might move into a cycle of give you the raid you want, lock a meta character behind a conquest, and lock the conquest behind a hard. Anyway, okay. I was going to be non-controversial.
Robber.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Robber. All right, Adahan 224 question: Does Malcolm's work on a JTR team with Stick Ray?
I mean, his
Maybe.
unique still work because
Yeah.
it's UFA tags, But I mean, it has to be an UFA team. Like
Yeah,
he has a
no.
lot of like Calvin did a great video breaking this down of like where Malicos can blend. And it's just like he needs an UFA leadership. He needs for part of it, he needs a full UFA team for part of it, and he needs dark side allies for part of it too. So or not maybe that last one. But anyways, the I haven't read his kit in a minute. But
Yeah.
but anyways, that's he has flexibility in other places he can go besides a seer
Well,
team.
Lord Schmader, we talked
Yeah,
about
Lord
that.
Schmader's a good one.
Because that's a UFA
Malicos,
requirement and the
yeah,
bonuses.
Malicos and Darth Maul, or not Darth Maul, but
Maul.
Mando Maul.
Yeah.
Mando Maul together is going to be nasty because every
Okay.
time a UFA character uses an ability, Malicos will assist. So when Maul unloads his 5 stacks of Seething Rage, Malicos is going to assist 5 times on top of that.
Amy.
So there's going to be a lot of.
We told you guys, Malicos is going to be the shiznizzle.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. He'll have some plug and play viability, but they did design his long-term home to be under Seer.
I've been thinking about that, Karth. Like, do we put Malicos in 5s with Lord Schmader and still run the other, the Seer team we've been running with the UFAs? Because that's still a very good team. And that way you get 2 teams out of with Malicos and Lord Schmader, making him even more of a pain in the ass to deal with.
I don't. The thing is, though, in 5s, I don't know if Malicos moves the needle enough.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I think the same counters will still beat Lord Vader, no matter what, and so I don't think that's gonna have a drastic enough impact to warrant putting that high. Like, it's basically gonna go, okay, if you move Malicos to Lord Vader becomes more difficult, but still countered by JMK, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't change that counter for him.
SLKR.
You might change who you DI at the beginning and let Cat go for a long DI instead of a short DI so that GK can eat all the hits. But you're not going to really change the counter that much. You might change the strategy a little bit. But if Malicos on Seer goes, if you don't have basically a Ami GL or a GL to counter this, you're going to lose. It's like the Treya SWGOH team on defense in GAC right now. If you don't have a good counter that can deal with her, then you're gonna have to blow a GL there. And I think that's the trade I'd rather take. I'd rather force the hand on a GL than make them have to think a little bit more on Lord Vader. So and Lord Vader is also just super easy cleanup if you can get the Maul out of there, then bounty hunters just destroy it. So it's like,
so we're seeing Malicos as a back zone
you make more
defensive team under Seer.
I miss Karth.
Is kind of where he heads up. But yeah, I think Kyber 2, he's going to be a problem. But yeah, I don't know. I think the problem with Kyber 2, where I am, is I don't have Seer yet, so I don't have the team. I've got the other bits of team, but I don't have Seer yet to R7. So my excitement of Malicos is a little bit tempered. So he might end up just being this floater that kind of moves around a little bit. I might put on GDR. He might be under Lord Vader and replace Big Bird, Ninth Sister. But yeah, he's a weird character, if I'm honest. I'm not sure he quite has his home yet, would be my thing.
Fun to figure out, though, because that's a bad man.
He looks good. Yeah, he looks good.
Linky, it's fun for a girl and a boy, says, Enter Escalation Tier 3 rewards look bonkers. Relic 9 stuff. Can we expect Relic 10 soon or no?
I mean, as much as I would love.
How dare you?
That possibility. Well, I mean, the only reason I want to know what Relic 10 is because I want to know what it does, right? That's the only thing.
I want you to show me.
Get a catalog. Make a
Victoria's
phone call.
Secrets, that's right.
I want to know what it adds to the game, but I mean, realistically, for the kind of vibe I got from when we talked with Crumb last was that player engagement on their newer, Relic 9 and Datacrons was not what they expected. And so I feel like that's a large reason why this current Datacron set, they lowered the requirements. They brought everything down to a little bit more of a tolerable
What it
entry
should
point for
have been.
players. I'm with you. But I feel like that, and that's also why we saw the massive influx of R9 materials. I think they're trying to get free samples of the white powder available,
Ooh.
to try to get players engaged with it. I don't think it's going to change anything because it's just so expensive to go to R9. I mean, when it costs as much to one R9 as it does two R8s, a lot of players are going to settle on doing two R8s instead, unless it's a requirement for an unlock, like having R9 Malgus and Darth Revan for his Leviathan. So
I
yeah,
agree. I agree with Karthik. I would say that I think one of the problems, but I think the biggest problem we talked about a few times is that, like, if PvP is the only bit of the game that's driving people to expand their rosters, then you kind of are lost in this space that we talked about GAC and TW maps not quite working. Unless you change those maps and give us a different space, then you've got to add a relic 10. The issue that I don't want a relic 10, just to be honest, for people down chat. I don't want a relic 10, but the offensive B teams are becoming so good that they are now killing Galactic Legends. And therefore, it is potential that CG actually add relic 10 again to try and buff their GLs. And we have this weird defensive stat boost that we had on R9.
I don't think it'll be
again in
R10.
But they've got to find a way to stop Myafra beating Jabba the
Well,
Hutt.
if they go,
or
say,
Starkiller beating Rey, or
well, it's not so much the stats. It's there's a couple things that are contributing to this. Datacrons are a big part of this, because Datacrons, if you have certain Datacrons, it just ups your counter to take on, depending on what they've got. But I mean, I have my Datacrons. When I see certain things, I'm like, yeah, you're getting this armor penetration because I know I'm going to need it, or I'm not going to win, right? So Datacrons have changed, the Omicrons have changed, but they're still not guarantees. Like, I fought SLKR against Lord Vader the other day. I lost because it came down to Lord Vader and I think one or two characters, but it was like, this is the way the RNG plays. Same thing with Star Killer. So you never know. There's a lot of stuff. I don't mind off meta counters if it's a really good team. Like Star Killer's a major legendary legacy character, and that team is a high investment. It's like my Bounty Hunter versus Lord Schmader. The reason it works is because I've made the investment in that team with mods and everything else like that. It's not like if you have a lower relic team, you're going to go in there and go, I'm going to go kick the shit out of Lord Schmader.
Yeah.
And then 30 seconds later, Lord Schmader harmed me horribly.
I think my comment on R10 is more about kind of, we need to see something. We need to see a map change, a change in how defense is done. We need to see something, or we need to see, God forbid, an R or a gear or a relic change come in that kind of redresses the defensive balance to match the way that offensive characters are improving.
All right. Go ahead, Karth.
TW needs a fairly massive overhaul, I think, to be an interesting game mode to play. But as we've seen right now, this is CG's PvE year, so
yeah,
there have been some things from Data Mines previously that they are working on the back end infrastructure of the
PvP.
the TW. They are changing some things there, but we haven't seen anything come from it since they made those little background changes. So my guess is that we won't see much, if anything, there at all in the long term, probably until next year where we get a little bit more. Because, I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, TW has so little reason to invest in the Omicron, unless you're in a guild that you want to be sweaty tryhards in TW, then the TW Omicrons are kind of a wasted feature and they're not really exciting. And the R9 mats, for how little we need them, most people are getting by with, winning every other, netting 12 droid banes a month or something like that is more than enough for a lot of players that aren't going to be pushing, phase 5 and 6 inside the raid.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things like that where it's just like, it's the nuance of it is pretty much, it doesn't really matter. Like
One
you
of the
can,
biggest, one of the biggest tragedies was that I actually did TW this week. I never do TW,
Oh my god.
but my guild representative reached out to me to say, you should join TW because we've lost 2 in a row. Therefore, this will be a squash match. So I was like, okay, fine, I will join. And it was an absolute squash match. And I think in a world where you can predict that you're going to have a squash match is a weird kind of like matchmaking system. And yes, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. So I won a TW. I'm now 4 years undefeated in TW. But I'd never play it. But I just thought it was kind of a weird. It was a weird insight for me to kind of see this matchmaking where, okay, so if you win many, you get harder and harder and harder. If you lose a couple, you get like a tiny little guild. Just why is that a thing? Why?
Well, it's
why
based off wins and
give
losses. It's like GAC. If you win a lot in GAC, your opponents get tougher. If you lose a lot of GAC, your opponents get easier because it's matching your skill and not so much your roster per se, but the skill of what you're doing. Like this TW, we are overly fucking matched. I'm just going to say it. And as soon as Karth put it out there, I was like, yep. So we went full FU, have a nice weekend, because you can just look on paper like, oh yeah, we're going to get squashed. It happens.
And that's a weird thing. But then we
won a lot. So it was an inevitable that we were going to get like a monster guild, that we're not ready for, that's going to go in there and go smash. And we're like, nope. see you next time.
I think if I'm on chess.com playing chess and I have a certain rating, I don't suddenly get matched at somebody at 4,000, then I'll lose 2, then up somebody like 20.
Yeah, but
I think there's a balance. There's a balance. I think it's a little bit.
There is some misbalancing. I'll agree with you on that. Where the matchups themselves,
it's too crazy.
Yeah, but that happens in GAC. Like, I mean, I've had matches where it's like 13 million. Hello, friend. Why the fuck are you here? Oh, I took 3v3 off. Sorry, I was on vacation with the family. Good luck. Shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you just get that. It's just the way it is. So you know what it is, Aldous? You go in there and you take your beating like a man. Goddamn man. You get in there and you get your ass kicked like a man, damn it. You know you're going to get raffle stomped and you take it.
But the strangest thing is I'm able to kind of like predict when to join because we are lucky. Guaranteed to win.
All right, Nostradamus, you did not.
It's weird. I did.
Get out of here.
Well, I didn't know they lost 2 in a row, but
all right, Force Ghost Aldi, get the hell out of here. All right, BD question. Awesome stuff like always, guys, skewers. Decision time for us. Afra, Jedi Cal, Leia, or Jabba are equally same amount of Kairos away. Do I farm Jabba, or who do you recommend? This is a toughie. Let's say Afra out. She can go back on the back burner. Great character. I love the team. Could do a lot of good stuff, but let's put her she put her 4th. What do you need for your guild? Are you doing this for your guild or for you? If it's for you, farm whoever the fuck you want. But if it's for purposes of what you're going to get most bang for yourself in the guild, Leia kind of seems important there, Karth. Jabba's though really good because
Jabba's still the winner. Jabba is overall a better GL than Leia is right now. Just from the perspective of defensive and offensive viability. So if you're still needing both of those things, then you can definitely shift around.
Smuggler's Run too, man. God almighty. And Jabba and TB, every tier in the mix zone, Jabba just wins. No matter what. It's just free.
And that's the main thing is right now Jabba just has more Like Leia's Ender escalation tier is good. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a very powerful long-term thing to have available, but it's not going to be anything that compares to what Jabba they did for Jabba. So unless they update the TB map to have Leia specific missions and things of that nature that start rewarding you more frequently, then I don't know. But like the thing is though, is like the Endor escalation mission, we don't know if it's 2 attempts per month or two runs per month, because that's what because right now the Jabba mission is twice a month, 2 attempts every time, and that's a lot of rewards for mods. So it's like it's hard to turn that down if Leia's going to be only once a month. Is it slightly better? Sure, but I mean, how many people really need that much more access to a couple more Omicrons and R9 materials? You know, it's like it's great, sure. Thanks for rewarding us, but I was really hoping that they were gonna have single data. That would have been a good selling point for me if they had had single
Or
data
just
on that one.
bronziums or some other shit. God almighty, man.
Yeah, something.
For me, it's Leia. I think they will support the hell out of Leia. You're going to get Datacrons added. You're going to get Conquest is going to just win 50 battles with a person called GL Leia in your team. And I will look at you going, well, that's not a thing.
No, that's a thing. Yeah, prepare for it.
So they are going to promote the hell out of GL Leia.
We'll have to see what they promote her with, though, to make the comparison.
True. But I think all the positivity we see now for Jabba and all the stuff they moved his way is all going to move on to Leia. So if it's a straight jump between Jabba and Leia, I would ignore the defensive stats. I would just go out. Leia she'll be the place where they put all the support and rewards for me.
All right. Jedi Rolls says, Ranger, I'm sorry I wasn't here when I was getting my phone. That's all right, buddy. Still love you. Correcting you. I always say hi to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dej, this question is kind of off topic, but when do we think Cal is coming back? Really love that guy. Oh, we already answered this, but we'll answer again. We think end of September, beginning of October. In that 90 to 120 day window. If not, then CG, enjoy the beating. Because if you do what you did with Grand Quest, especially with the TV mission, I'm just gonna be like, they're right over here. Go get them.
Right.
Helly's back. I guess he had some customers. Not gonna chase Leia. Got it. Okay. Darsar 1972 question. I asked this right now. Jabba gets us an easy 2.7 million points in the race. So as a guild, we're already at minimum 5.3 million each. So if we lose that crate, it would be bad for top end. Yeah, but I mean, it is. But I mean, like,
I also feel like the characters that they're using for the Leia raid are far more accessible than they were for the crate raid.
Yeah,
You're
the
not
crate
having
raid
to
was
bring up
bad, man. There was a lot of characters in there, like the Tuskens and some other stuff that just
Tuskens were
recently come out.
rough.
God
OR was
damn.
rough. Mandos could have been rough depending where you were at. And it's like, so you had the winning faction of Hut Cartel and doing that kind of stuff. And doing the Hut Cartel split is actually a very lucrative way of doing it. Now it's really, really late to join that game because of course the Omicron's not 10 anymore, and it's going to cost you a lot to
But also, a raid of 3 characters is weird to monetize. It's hard for them to monetize because
and that's why I think there's multiple phases. I think the Rebel phase will be the speeder bike pursuit, and then the dark side will be the bunker fight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Scum.
I think it's going to be different. I think it's what we're saying. It's not going to track the exactly same way that the Crate Dragon is launched. It's going to be different. So I would always warn people, caution. Hoard the stuff up maybe a month before. Wait till you get further details. Don't necessarily Relic 9 your Gideon or your Shore Trooper or whatever, thinking it will work, because you never know. Yeah.
Well, and if depending on what they do, like we said before, is like a lot of this just seems like it's going to end up being a what kind of a gate on the pure fact of like just relics. and then you go in with like you just go slap your best speed mods on your 3 characters, and you go get max points. So it's
Alright.
like if it's more of that way, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Trouble on Demand, what's going on, TOD? Says, does Maul come off the Lord Vader team and move to Seer with Malicos? No. Maul should stay on his He's such a pain in the goddamn ass.
You
God.
really degrade the
Lord
value of
Vader.
the Lord Vader without Maul. Like you just utterly cut the legs out from underneath him. You might as well just go back to Mustafar, because it's just useless. I mean, you have no fast alt. You get eaten alive by Fennec at that point. You know, there's just no reason to separate them now. The board is built up enough that there's just no reason to separate it.
All right. Next question from Jedi Rules. Ranger, question, are you doing GAC today? Yeah, we'll do a little bit after we finish up with this. I want to get the questions in, and then I'll jump in. My opponent's already failed. So we'll just do a few battles here on the Jedi Academy, and, we'll have some fun. I'll try to see if I can clear north so we can go see the ships. I think that since we've been talking about ships and the Leviathan stuff, let's see what they placed on defense, and we'll talk about the counters. I got 2 guys great to do it with. We got all this in Karth here, so yeah, we'll extend Jedi Academy a little bit today. If you can stay out of this, I know it's like late for you, Japan. So China. I meant China. Sorry, I said Japan. I meant China.
I'm in Scotland. Why am I in China now?
Scotland, Japan.
It's all the same. It's all
island.
the same. It's the same.
You like me. All right. Meow meow. Ahsoka meow. Oh my god. Well, that's the name I've not heard and so since you were born. I love meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Ahsoka meow. So who you got for TW, Ranger? Who are we facing today, Karth? What's the name of the guild?
Dirty old blasters.
Dirty old blasters. That's right. We're gonna go in there and they're just gonna take her beating like men. Oh boy.
I mean, we're gonna let them suffer.
Yeah. Well,
that's our strategy.
yeah, I'm taking the weekend off. Yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
Dark Side says, question, who is on the ideal Momo team? Oh, that's a good question. We haven't really looked at Momo in a hot second. I like Yummy. I like Momo, and I like Kyle Katarnis. And then what do we want to add? We want a little Saw action to that. I think Saw's pretty good on that team.
Saw works because the defense down on the basic and then the turn meter stuff. It's another game of what are you hunting? Because if Kyle can get you in front of your opponent well enough, then you really don't need to worry about like needing a tank, because you should run loops around it. But Scout and Kyle are required for Momo. You can't get around that no matter what you want to do. And then after that,
Saw and Car would be pretty dope.
Saw and Car would be good. Wedge and Biggs have their thing because there's a ton of offense with that team.
Yeah.
There are a lot of options available, I want to say, for that.
I've been running. I mean, I'm at Kyber 2, so my Mon Mothma's kind of found itself a little bit out in the country. So I've been keeping her now in offense as a Lord Vader cleanup.
Yeah.
So the Lord Vader cleanup is help me Karth, Mon Mothma, 4th Rebel Scout, Poe, I guess Kyle.
Need Kyle.
And one other, but that kind of that can Poe,
Well, Car's good because against Empire and shit, she takes turn meter away. Right? I don't know if she does against Lord Vader. Does she?
My biggest problem with Mon Mothma is that Iden is such a hard counter. Like honestly, you can have an R7 Mon Mothma team and like a G12 Iden will roll it, and I think Mon Mothma's kind of been lost in the cold. That's why she's now in my offense. Is she's too.
How can you say that all this? Many Bothans died to bring us that team.
Well, Momo is just such a good offensive cleanup right now because the turn meter and the attack of the turns and the damage and the current Datacron set is giving them so much defense penetration that they're just cutting through things like butter. So it's just like I long term think that the answer is just going to keep being that she's going to be an offensive cleanup team, and that gives you a lot of flexibility on what goes in there. Yeah, I do like Pow on the team, but he's not necessary. Biston's good too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Biston.
Yeah, there's
The
some
big,
good-
the,
Yeah,
That,
there's
that was
good-
okay. That was the point I was making. Sorry, that is for me. Mon Mothma has become offense cleanup now,
yeah.
and that's yeah.
Pulled it
That's
from defense
that,
a long time ago. Yeah.
that's why the team has kind of changed from what it was originally.
But yeah, but what you use on offense, you just control it better. It's just yeah. So, meow meow. Is Ranger still being a dingo? Always.
when has he stopped?
Yeah. Lost a buttload of weight. The armor, I'm finally Beskar chroming it, meow meow. I'm going through the process. That's why I have no fingerprints on my fingers right now. You know, I found when you wet sand for 8 hours and then you try to use your thumbprint because that's your security on your phone, it doesn't work because you scraped the skin off.
Yeah.
That's when you use
Sounds like a good
sandpaper
time.
and water, not a good combination. Let's see here. I had more questions and then the damn thing flipped. Let me back up. YouTube. Nathan H. Question: which Star Wars characters would you want in upcoming Star Wars Disney Plus series? I want Revan and friends from KOTOR. That's my number one. I'm excited to see what they do. Like they want to do an origins movie of the Jedi, which could get into the Jedi.
What I
Yes.
want is if they were to
Tell me
do
what you
a
want,
new
what you
Star
really, really
Wars,
want.
if they were to do a new Star Wars trilogy, what I would like to
A
see.
thong.
No, I really don't want to see that, to be honest. I
Son
mean,
of
it
a
would be really
bitch.
cool, but I feel like that would be a little bit more of a darker Star
But
Wars
what if
series.
they killed Rey?
I mean,
They did kill trillions.
yeah, she could be one of them. No, what I'd like to see is a live action version of the beginning of the Mandalorian War, from the Old Republic era,
Well, now, yeah,
and
tie in Darth Revan.
and then
Oh,
have
yeah.
have it end with Revan's fall. Like, let it end with where the game
Yeah,
starts.
shit.
Don't try to where
Jonesy.
where the KOTOR 1
Oh.
game starts, not the other ones. But have it end there, so we basically get another, like, kind of like Anakin kind of story where
Oh.
we see the progressive fall of the hero. But that would be a very interesting thing. There's a lot of flexibility in the story because it doesn't really matter the story you tell, because it when Revan becomes reborn after his mind gets wiped and when Malik turns on him, then you as the character make his new decision. So his past life is irrelevant. So it's a great stopping point, and then move on.
Yeah, I like it.
You don't need to rehash the story that's already been told and already been kind of canonized. Just tell the story before, where there's a lot more freedom. But in general, Star Wars needs to go somewhere where there's just no hard barriers
Yeah.
of things you can and can't do. And like, that's the only thing I hate about this era between episode 6 and 7. It's like, can we get anywhere
I
else?
do
Because
like no
just hate
spoilers, but they really
the
have
boxes.
expanded with Ahsoka the universe, and I'm digging it. I just thought of something. I want Keanu Reeves as Darth Revan,
Yeah.
but I want Aldous as Vitiate. Look at him. Look at him right now. He could pull it off. He looks like Vitiate. I just thought of
Yeah,
that
he
right
could.
now. We pace it.
could.
We ram him up a little bit, get him really, really creamy white. God damn it. We could corner the market, Karth.
Yeah, we
we are now
could.
the agents for Aldous Sandfly. Anybody else?
Yeah, I don't know how. Okay,
He's got the Scottish accent, so he's automatically evil.
Yeah, let's keep him with the tropes.
This is an almost impossible question to answer for me because
Say yes.
no, I kind of think no, that Disney are moving away from Disney Plus. The new CEO, Bob Iger, or the old CEO that's taken back over,
Old new one.
is more of a fan of films, as far as I understand, and therefore he might even shut down Disney Plus. Even as that,
That would
it's
be
a
stupid.
weird.
It won't. Disney
Yeah.
Plus will just go in life support with Hulu. That's
Yeah.
it'll just get bundled together indefinitely at that point.
Yeah.
100%. But therefore, this question's a weird one for me to answer, honestly. Like, so there's a fantasy answer of who do I want to see in live action, and that would be Merrin.
Oh, the whole Jedi Cal shit,
Yeah.
man. I'm down for that, man. Give me.
I would.
So I'd love to just
We
see
need to watch that movie
just
alone.
Merrin. Yeah. I've seen some of her work.
Yes.
But So I think the question about Disney Plus complicates it. I'd love to see Merrin. I love Merrin as a character, obviously. But yeah, so we're moving into a more difficult territory here about whether Disney Plus and
We'll
these
see.
series will exist. I think we will see Disney in particular moving away from these series, and I think we'll see more movies announced rather than series. I don't think we'll see like an Andor 3 or a Mando
Disney's problem.
15.
Yeah.
I think it'll be, but we don't know. I don't know. So I don't want to head into a whole complicated kind of will they, won't they? But yeah,
So here's the thing: if you look
Merrin.
at, yeah, it's not the platform's problem; it's the content they've been putting out. Now it's been gotten way better with Andor and Ahsoka, but Book of Boba Fett, even Kenobi, and there's a lot I like about Kenobi, but even I can go, if you like that series, great. But I had some problems with both those, But even Mando season 3, it was as much as I love that, it's like, but if you put out like Netflix with One Piece, if you pick the right series and get a really good cast and you get a great show, I mean, they're talking about renewing that bitch for 12 seasons because of how popular One Piece is.
Oh,
It's
but
making them a fortune.
there's only one reason that One Piece landed the way it did, though.
Because it's good.
That's because the guy who wrote One Piece
Oda
retained full creative control when he sold it to Netflix.
I hope so.
So he made Netflix go back and reshoot things that he wasn't happy with.
Which you should be thankful he did.
Yeah, because that's what every time these out of touch corporations just want to pump out content, they want to check boxes, and that ruins shows. Because it's
away from the true intent and
yeah.
But if you haven't watched One Piece, please do. It's
an anime. Like, why do we care? Like, let it be what it is.
Dare you?
My take side. I mean, okay, so I think that Bob Iger took back over Disney.
Yes.
And that he is more comfortable with the
investment in movies.
With the movie releases.
Yeah, for sure.
More happy with that economic investment and return model. And he is less comfortable with the invest in a series and get the money later through subscriptions. And it's just not something he quite gets or understands, whether right or wrong. So I think with Bob Iger taking back over, we will see a move.
We'll see more movies, less series, but I still think we're gonna get series.
Less series.
Yeah.
So I know we kind of answered a very simple question there about who do you want to see in live action.
So wrap
the
it
answer is Merrin.
Okay, Merrin. There we go.
But there's a lot more in there. I worry about Disney Plus going forward. It will be. I think it will be moved. Okay, bye.
Miami had something to say. Damn it, Aldi. He says, "Ooh, Karth is a test dummy." Karth, your repose.
A test dummy? What am I a test dummy for?
Oh, that's what she said, man. You got to answer the meow.
The answer is yes. I like being throttled in 50-mile-an-hour car accidents.
Well, that was what happened the other day in Tier 4.
A little bit.
All right. Next question. We don't have any more questions. Holy shit. Just me was saying, are you a test dummy? Holy shit.
What's that? That was the last thing?
Yeah, that was the last question. Why is Karth a test dummy? Because this life didn't choose Karth. Karth chose this life.
Something like that, that's for sure.
Something like that. I just did a haiku. All right, let me check one more time here. I don't think we have any other questions. Everyone's just happy because Meow Meow's in chat and everyone's having a good time in chat, and that's all that matters. And I want to ruin that good time by doing some GAC before we get out of here. Not a lot, just a little GAC. A little bit. A little bit of GAC? A little GAC?
Sure.
Okay. All right. All right, so we'll do that. Let me flip the script here. If you guys have questions, feel free to keep putting those in there. Question for the panel from Helly. Why? Why not? I answer that one quickly. All right.
Why what?
Yeah. I didn't do the full scene with the Jedi Academy thing and stuff. I didn't feel like I was waiting for my breakfast and I wasn't thinking correctly. Why is this? Hold on, let me fix this. Every time I switch from YouTube to Twitch with OBS, it shrinks everything. Like I jumped in the pool, cold water of a pool. Well, you know what happens now. All right. Let me do.
Oh, you son of a.
What?
Sorry.
What happened?
Oh, my BlueStacks crashed right when I was about to finish my
Oh.
Galactic Challenge.
Oh. All right. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen.
Okay, no, I do need to head off.
All right, you
Thank
get out of
so
here.
much,
All
everyone.
this. Me and Carth hold it down.
Thank you so much for having me.
Where
Thank
can
you so much
folks
for
check you
tolerating
out
me.
there? All this sandfly, the
You can
best
check me on
sandfly. Yeah.
Twitch. It's a platform. It's not this platform. It's a platform. But no, thank
The
you so much
other-
for having me.
platform, yeah.
Look after yourselves and good luck with your guidance.
We're gonna
And
try.
love to everyone in
Yeah.
chat. And much love, much love.
Yep. Check out all this on his Twitch channel. We love the biggest sandfly bait on the beach. All right, I'm sharing my screen with Carth. Dun 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 burr, burr, burr. All right, time for a little for GAC. Little taste. What do we got here? Now, but yeah, keep your questions coming in. I'm just gonna.
Of course.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dun.
What an interesting split.
All right. So you can see right now we're facing Groove Rider. Groove Rider, do 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 do, doing GAC, do. Kimmy, hit me, Kimmy, one more time. So this question: could you demonstrate how to beat Ray with Star Killer Squad and GAC if possible? I've been struggling with it. Sure, we'll do that first. Garth, you down for that? You down for a little sickness? We got a Ray team.
Yeah, as long as it.
Let me look here.
As long as what's the team?
It's Ray with a
what's the
bear.
cron?
I bet it's 15%.
How much? Well, yeah, but how much defense?
54.
60. Yeah, that's fine. That's doable.
Oh, wow.
The one I faced in mine was 350.
That's all God. What are you...
Yeah. I shouldn't have used Star Killer, but I did. And that's what happened. I got my absolute booty spanked.
Someone asked about Grande on the panel. Grande can join the panel anytime. He has a full invitation on any stream we're doing. He just usually Saturday morning he's getting up. He's got the kids running around. He's busy. But Grande will do Grande things. Carth knows this because we have experienced on numerous occasions where just randomly, here comes Grande. Do man. Oh my god. Now that Finn is playing GAC, will he get an invite to the panel? Finn's got an open invitation too. He's just busy. I don't know, making babies with karma. Shit, I don't. Oh god. He's a doctor and he's doing Finn things. All right. Star Killer. Sorry, I got distracted there. All right, let's go Empire first, and we'll put the team together here. So we're gonna do this for Kimmy Baby. Ayu, come here. Now I still like I like Juhani still with this team.
It works.
You can go old Ben, but I kind of like Juhani. He works.
Yeah, she works.
All right. Unaligned Forge users, of course, will be Starschmuller. And then we're going to go visas there. All right. Good. Now, what are we looking for here, Carth, since we're helping Kimmy Baby? We'll go...
You're going to want similar bulk, at least a bulk cron, and then some crit damage.
You want to go light side or dark side here?
Probably dark side.
Dark side.
If you can.
We got this one.
Because Star Killer with the larger health pool is always better.
Offense, crit damage, health steal, or we got... that's for C. What's this one? It's got protection, health steal, but it does give the bulk on them. But it doesn't have this offense, crit damage, and health steal. That might be good for SLKR, though.
I mean, yeah, that would be good there, too. What's level 6 one? That's your C1 on level 6?
Yeah, it's got the health, offense, crit damage, plus it does the dispel when we use it. So yeah. This one should be fine. It's got the 50%.
That should be fine.
Yeah, health steal protection.
Oh god, the dogs are wet. They must have
got wet puppy.
Yeah, they must have got their bath.
Now, before we go in, Carth, let's talk about this fight. The first move you always want to do is Mary Jade on Ben Solo. You got to hit the Ben Solo. If you don't hit the Ben Solo, well, I did have that one turn a couple of rounds when we lost our one of our.
Realistically,
I hit Ben Solo. He dodged, and I didn't land any debuff, so that kind of sucked. That can't happen.
Realistically, you probably want to use Mara Jade's first special on Ray.
JTR. Ray or JTR?
Ray.
Okay, so we'll use it on Ray.
And then that gets rid of her critical hit immunity, so that way you can get her inspired knocked off so she doesn't ramp offense. And then when Star Killer takes his turn, you dispel everybody and then go beat down everybody else.
Got it. All right. We're going to follow the plans. This is Car's plan. I usually go after Ben first, but.
Ugh.
All right. Here we. Because usually I go for Ben first, stun him, do the AoE, and then I start beating the shit out of Ray. But if you want me to go with GL Ray first.
I mean, you should be fine no matter which way you want to play it because they don't have a crazy cron. So, I mean, whatever you're comfortable with, just run that.
Okay. Here we go. Now, it's still not a guarantee. As much as I know how to play this counter, I could watch me just shit the bed here. Ben's, now we can go after Ray. Well, she's got her thing.
Throw the AoE, yeah.
Throw it over
You
here.
need to get shock up so that it quit gaining.
Look at all those staggers and stuff. Yay. Now we'll go hit Ray in the face.
Yeah.
Star Killer. Do we want to shock here?
Yeah, go ahead and hit the AoE to push back turn meter, and then you just need to get use your basic on Cal and get shock. You need to get shock reapplied.
Yep. Now we'll do the AoE.
Strip the buffs, yeah.
Back
And then
to
work
Ray
on
or
Ben.
stay on Cal?
No, back to Ray. So I get her inspired, gone. Actually, might as well just knock her straight to DI.
Gonna hit
She's gonna whirlwind, but you got Juhani and DI, so it's alright.
That's why I love Juhani, man. She's so bloody good. Ben's still shocked. Let's do this. Get her into the yeller. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and do this again.
Knock the inspired off.
Well, I hit it with the AoE. She's in DI right now, so hopefully this will take the inspire off. Yeah. No, it didn't. All right.
No, she's DI. You can't touch her right now.
Yeah, I can't touch her right now. Okay, back to Dingleberry over here. Oh, Ben, or are we gonna get Cal? All right, we'll get Ben down.
Yeah, well, just get them both. You just gotta work them both down to DI.
Okay, she's an ultimate. We'll do a.
All right, now hit her. So you
damn
get her
it!
stuff off.
I went to click her, but it clicked Ben for some reason. There we go. Got that shit off. AoE here.
Yeah, just dispel.
I'm gonna do.
You need to get shock on her, so just defense penetration. Get the tenacity down.
It didn't land.
Didn't land.
That's annoying.
She has a hard time with getting debuffed when she's in her alt.
I know.
There's certain things that won't land for her, so you might just have to, which is fine. You just have to sit here and take it.
Take a turn, Ray, if you wouldn't mind. Nah, say, take a turn, say, nah. All right.
Okay. Knock
Ben?
Yeah, knock Ben down. We don't want him taking a turn.
We
need to get the Star Killer. Yeah. Just keep knocking people to DI. Hit Cal, hit
yeah. Drop it.
Yeah, call the ship down. You need the recovery.
Yeah.
Ooh. There goes Cal. That's good. Dispel. There we go.
On to Ray. Get him! Yep. Get him, team! Go, Jedi Cal!
Yeah, just punish her into the floor, and then we just keep working her all the way down. Yep. And then we should get Ben to take a turn. You could probably start throwing some hits onto JTR too.
Yeah. Probably gonna resist and stuff, but he'll hit.
It's fine. I mean, we just need
you're annoying.
Just hit Ben.
Well, she's got her stacks. I could get those.
Yeah, hit her too. Yeah, hit her. But I was just saying you could hit Ben you could have hit Ben there to just basic. To stun him. That was all. And now we're just waiting. Juhani might die here.
Mm-hmm. We might be able to bring her back though, because I don't.
Yeah. As long as
we're running out of time, I gotta start pushing this. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Ouch! Shock. You need shock on her bad. Yeah, that one.
God damn it! We gotta kill.
At the worst of it here, get Varys out.
All right. Eh. I may let this time out. Eh.
Yeah, let it time out. Keep it here. You won't have enough time to circle back, so just let it time out and
Yeah.
take the. Yeah, the fight can go
happens.
south there, but
Yeah.
it's I mean, honestly, it was just that shock falling off mid alt, and
It's
then
like,
she
what
just
the
starts
fuck?
critically hit, taking that 25% heal is what a massive swing around.
All right, so already you
From
know,
like
we'll
you
use
could definitely
SLK versus the Lord Schmader team. We'll use C versus that, and then I'll. What do you want to clean this up with? AML?
do you have Momo on offense?
I do, but mine's not very good.
He doesn't. I mean, what do you have for rebels and rebel fighters to go with her?
Well, if we put the team together, we do have Saw. Hey, I got Hot Rebel Soldier Relegate.
We need scout though.
I don't have Scout. So that's a non-starter.
You don't have scout. Oh yeah, without scout this doesn't work.
Yeah,
So
let's skip that.
let's circle back to this. Deal with your other front wall teams here.
All right, let's go down the top and work our way down with all the GLs and just figure out what we're going to use where. I mean, I already know Riva's going to be Treya. I know Jabba's going to be JMK. Night Sisters. What do you want to use against Night Sisters? That's a good question. Dash teams.
They don't have the cron, so you could probably get away with just troopering them.
They have the Omicron.
Yeah, but her Omicron only gives her turn meter. But the cron is the cancer part for the
Okay, so troopers there.
should be. I'm gonna pull up the need to pull up the kit real fast. I need to the Omicron
Yeah,
stuff.
the thing with the raid team is that you can get bad RNG. We had it, and then some reason Shock just fell off right off her ass. You know, it's like, what do you do
Yeah,
now?
and it was the downside too. Is the crons that we had only gave us really bulk but no damage. So their little boost to Hellsteel and defense outweighed what we had as an offensive.
Yeah, next time we'll go with a
liability.
much heavier cron. You know.
Yeah, we were just trying to keep that dark side ones because you needed the bulk on Starkiller anyway. That's why.
Okay, so we got our
Johnny
teams for up north. We got that figured out.
Yeah.
Troopers, Treya.
I'm gonna double check the Marin Ami real fast, but yeah, that should be proper.
All right, Lord Vader. I don't think we can bounty hunter that. The weak cron though. Got defense though.
Yeah, it's just the start of each of Marin's turns. She inflicts one stack of plague, but I think you should be able to power through it. I mean, Slacker's gonna chew that apart.
Yeah, and then save bounty hunters for like a.
What are you gonna do north though?
Well, we
C with who?
C,
you're
which
gonna
is
need Watt.
Sith. No,
You're
we
gonna
don't
need
need
Watt
it.
south, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Your parents gone. Okay.
All right. So yeah, we'll see that.
You gotta wash too.
We'll SLKR this. I'll probably Rebels or Bad Batch this team or something. And then Ray, what do we want to clean up with Ray? That's what we'll have to figure out. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, let's just clear this up. Clear up the teams we have now, and then we'll circle back to it.
Okay.
I don't want to commit something good at the moment, so you'll need Watt here on this one, of course, but.
Oh yeah, Watt and armor going in.
You don't need armor to be on. Well,
I like armor here. I really do, man. I don't even.
Do they have? Well, what's the cron on their level on them though? Oh, it's only level 3. Okay, you're fine. Yeah. The one that causes a lot of heartache is Vader's almost hard coded. Well, the AI is almost hard coded to go after armor out the rip, and so if Vader has the ability block level 3, you'll never get to apply it. So
yeah.
But yeah, you can do armor separatist.
Yeah, we'll go with 2 first order here.
And then I like to do Hux and crew if you have it.
I think I do. So Hux and crew. No, I don't have it. But we have first order stormtrooper.
What other tanks do you have? Do you have a set?
Yeah, but I like to use that for C for that.
Oh, that's right. Well, just whatever. What's
Well, he'll do his AOE, but then we'll do our AOE, and then he'll have taunt. I mean, I just want to be able to.
Yeah, no, you should get you through.
Yeah, it
Just take
should
a
be
bolt
fine. Yeah,
cron.
yeah.
Take a dark side
This is the
bolt
one we
cron.
were saving it for. Offense, crit damage, hell still with this.
Yep,
This is why we have
that'll
this
work.
here. Yeah.
That'll work.
Hey, Betty Hall.
Yeah, Kimmy, it just goes south sometimes. The Star Killer flight,
It's just yeah.
you have to have Datacrons have to counteract each other, and so if there's a lot of health steal, a lot of defense, it's really hard to chew through Ray
Yeah, she had a live
fast.
both on that fight. So, and we should have
Yeah,
gone with the harder cron, but I mean, it's an easy cleanup. If I have to use JML there, I will because that's an easy cleanup with Ray. So, and I'll save Jedi Cal for something in the back. All right, all right, and here we go. Now this fight can still go south too. I had it happen last time, but they had
yeah.
Thrawn on there, so this fight's I think a little bit easier than with Thrawn not being in there. So.
Well, yeah, you can get fractured, which is very helpful.
So still put the tank tech on him.
Yeah.
And then, yep, there goes
Move, yeah.
that.
So swipe first.
Yeah, we want to keep the taunt. Never mind, he got it off before I could
Yeah,
even get a
that's
chance.
what
Well,
Canderous is good for.
yeah, no, he took his hit. Come on, live. All right, I think we poke here. There's no swipe. I can't revive.
Wiping gets rid of all your debuffs on Hux, and Hux will likely take the
All right,
next turn. So you can just do this. Hux,
let's cleanse her. Yeah, I'm gonna cleanse.
yeah,
Yeah,
that or
because
swap
yeah.
back to Hux and then poke.
All right, now we can put the 3 stacks on.
Yeah, from here you're pretty much golden.
Yeah, and then we just start AoEing because armor can go down, but yeah. Why did they target him when it should be targeting her? It's switched. That's really weird.
Yeah, cause she fresh taunted. Don't ask me why that
I just work here.
played out that way. Put the med kit on Hux.
Yeah.
Try to get him to stick around a little bit longer. Cause yeah, armor is gone. But the counter chance is gonna be your bread and butter on this one now. Just get to that alt. Basic onto Hux. Get him to maybe stick around a little longer.
He's hanging in there.
Hey, Candace, you shouldn't have had 3 attacks. Poke. You can only lock down as Candyman Spieler. Oh, this could get
2,
really
3. No, we'll go ultimate here. We'll be fine.
Yeah. No,
Say no, we don't need it. We can save it.
Swipe this one. Yeah, swipe it and then go alt next turn.
Yeah, because Maul will get some stacks here, and I'm trying to time Maul because if we're in ultimate and stuff, and then yeah.
Just hit Maul then. Just try to kill him.
Yeah.
Can't stun him now, which is unfortunate. But
That's all right.
okay.
But yeah.
But
I'm still gonna hit him hard because he'll get a stack. Because he'll wait till he gets another stack, and then we'll go.
Yeah. He'll wait till he's at 5. Go ahead and swipe Maul, steal his stats. There's Candy out. Basic. Maul's gonna be dead here soon.
Bye, Maul. Because we're gonna go ultimate now.
Yeah. Just
start swiping our ass.
I think Ninth Sister is higher relics.
Yeah, let's get her out of there.
So just poke her and then just swipe.
I need to. We put this on auto.
We're gonna get close to.
Ooh.
I did. Did you make more? Okay.
He's ramping up nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now it's versus Lord Schmader.
Mhm. I mean, at this point, I don't think he can touch you. Keep swiping, yeah, because you can't decrease his mastery, but you can still ramp yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
And then I'll
die.
go ultimate here.
Yeah,
Boop. That worked out well.
I like Crew for this because Crew just laughs maniacally at Vader's dots the entire time.
Yeah, but we were using him on that Seer team, and that's been
Yeah,
giving us some good
yeah, I'm
results.
with you.
So.
I'm with you.
All right, Betty says, I'm 1-1 in GC so far. Round 1 opponent didn't attack, but round 2 opponent FC'd me and defense is too strong for me. It's all right. We all, we all run into our problems.
Yeah, it happens, and it's fine. Like GAC is designed to be a 5-4, 4-5 split every season. It's very rare to go better than that, and only players that get ultra sweaty, ultra competitive are going to be at that pinnacle. And the thing is, though, the better you do, the tougher opponents you end up facing. So,
I'm not going to use Sith Assassin here. That turn meter is pretty nice. Unless you want something else. But I got the Treya team here, so unless you want to put Dooku in there.
no, Sass will be fine. What were we looking at? We're gonna go check out the other Grand Arena.
Where's my... There it is. So I know I got that bestie here somewhere, that daddy cron. And we'll do this,
All right,
and then...
that's GAC 1 on that account.
yeah, I won't be doing that, Karth. I'm just going to throw that out there, buddy.
To what?
Not attacking.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't expect anybody to attack. When you relink here, I would probably aim for Malik and Marauder as your link targets, and then leave Basti solo to clean up with the.
Well, I usually just clean these 3, and then I'll link those 2 and go after Basti. So pretty straightforward fight. You can get your counters. That just gets me more. Let's try my ult. Oh, look, they got all their goodies.
Yeah, but I mean, once you lose set and then you get everything back. I actually like Sidious on me for TW. It's a great placeholder. Just keep basicing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, we're
Ultimate.
through. Yeah, he should have to if he's got his mollywop. Stay alive, Sidious. Stay alive,
We're about to take
stay alive. There we go.
And then we'll link those 2.
So just get a shock on Malik.
Yep.
There you go, and then just beat the crap out of. And that's the only thing I gotta do the entire fight for the rest of this is just manage the shock on him.
Boop.
Just press it, yeah, auto from here. It's gonna take a minute. You'll probably get another alt to actually kill her, but or not. You got enough damage.
Yeah,
you're set.
Nice and clean. Shitty banners, but nice and clean. All right. Yeah, datacrons make a difference. They're Kimmy baby. All right, we have Ray cleanup and then this team. Oh, what kind I want to use?
Oh, that's funny.
I just want to. There was a fin count. I was like, oh, I can use that. Well, that's nice. Give our options here. It's not what I wanted. Try this again. Yes, you. Let's see. JML kills it. C kill or Star Killer kills it. Then K kills it. Trey kills it. What is it? Inquisitors eat that for breakfast. We could use Inquisitors there. Afro kicks the
Yeah.
shit out of it too. Do you want to use Afro?
Versus
Resistance.
now do Inquisitors. It's much safer.
Yeah, I think so too. Because we can use that.
Afra, I think is a little bit more squad dependent. I don't know if you have that squad available.
What? Dr. Afro? Yeah, I do.
No, the droids that she besides like the 2 extras.
Well, it
on her team.
says IPD, but we used it the other day. We used it with IG, and it still kicked the shit out of it. So yeah.
Yeah, well, IPD with the target lock prevents the buffs,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it makes it a little easier, and you can get the stealth
I
dispel to
mean,
take.
we don't really need anything major here.
Uh, damage
Yeah,
if you
let's.
can. Do you have any dark side stuff left?
Not really. Why was on
Uh,
defense?
I mean, honestly, this team doesn't really need it. You could probably go without the Kron.
Okay. But let
Just
me
the
look
first
at
that
what cron do they got on though. Let me look at this real quick. They've
it's a
got
level 3, so it's just bulk,
offense,
offense,
health
and
steal.
health steal.
All right.
So the only just start the fight by putting torture on Finn, Resistance Hero Finn, and then from there it's a joke. Because Finn is the problem. He's the only one that makes that team obnoxious.
But we'll torture him. Hi Finn, hey buddy, I'm gonna do a torture on you. Hope you like it. Yeah, it's beat down, then we'll AoE. Your all ability block, fuck off. Uh
Foresight first. That's not foresight. That's all right.
he's
Yeah,
opening.
go after Finn.
He's dead.
Throw the AoE.
The guy's annoying.
Yeah. Well, that's why we wanted we wanted to foresight first, because then we could cleanse this.
True.
It's all right. Um, now we can cleanse it. All right, go kill Zori. Kill Zori. She's got
Yep,
death
got the
mark.
death mark.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Now it's over.
Boop.
Dun, 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 dun. That's what I wanted to look at.
Give me full banners. Oh, so close. God damn it. All right, I'll take 64. 63. All right.
This guy attacked yet?
Kelly says, hey, Ranger and Karth, guess how well I did in GAC? I will be losing with a score of 825 to 10. Huzzah. Okay.
Hey, I feel that. I feel that.
All right, so what do we do here against Ray? What are we thinking? JMKs are up north. We do have JML.
We could burn gas here. It's an expensive cleanup, but it's gonna be guaranteed to win it.
Yeah, saves JML and Jedi and Cal, 2 teams for something else. I mean, we're not using any of these guys up north, so it just
Yeah,
depends on the back, but yeah.
it's more expensive, but I mean, you don't really have a good B tier cleanup, to be honest. So
All right, so we'll go full power. I guess we just burn Ray to the ground, or we want to go after JTR here.
you'll just armor shred on Ray the entire fight until you're able to kill her, but she's gonna probably bounce back up to DI. So just try to get her DI procced. Do you have a clone one that
Yeah,
does
speed up, and I got armor up 150
stacking crit damage?
crit damage. Here.
Light side, no, that's the same thing. Yeah, take that Captain Rex one. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because the armor pen will help, and the speed up is actually more beneficial to the team.
No, I don't think we're gonna use Grievous here.
Grievous can get really dicey,
Yeah.
and it's no guarantee. And
When they
if they
leave.
DI at a good time, you can just spend the rest of your fight laughing.
Well, she's already in
Alright, so
DI, so I'm just gonna
yeah,
go over here and put Shred on her
yeah,
because
throw, and then armor shred.
let's just get
Or
Ray out
meter,
of
yeah.
there. Or
Just get her
JTR.
to
Getting rid to
DI.
DI.
Yeah.
I go back to you.
Yeah, go back to Ray. Then go back to JTR because you'll need to hit her inspired off.
And
There
got
she's
that.
DI. Back to Ray.
Okay.
Okay. Now just make sure you time your next form up for when gas drops.
Yeah.
Because if you do it sooner, you're gonna
Wait,
have a
oh, she got
really
foresight.
yeah, you can just hold it. Just use a basic on Ray. Just try to burn to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying here. Should get her here. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Just hit JTR. Get her foresight
Get that Ray
cleansed.
off of her. Then we'll go over here. Well,
Yeah.
guess we'll do it for. Oh, I guess not.
Well, his basic can't miss, so yeah. Then now you're just killing time. I don't know if you can armor shred. Well,
It's
she's
okay.
gonna alt.
She's gonna hit, and then we'll take a seat, and then. I mean, I'll try it. Nope.
Yeah. No, you could armor shred JTR, but not Ray.
All right, now we gotta go back to. Here we go again.
Yeah, that health, 100% health steal, man. It's cancer on Ray. Yeah.
I'm gonna do something here. Get that foresight off because when
Get the foresight off, and then you have to form up now, but that's fine.
yeah, I'll do form up on the next one here.
Yep, form up. Get that turn meter. Okay, good. And then on Gas's next, or on Rex's next turn.
Yeah,
then
we're
you'll
taking out her.
Rexalate. Yeah.
Bye.
This is the other thing. I don't like messing around with Rays for this exact reason. They just are such annoying cancer. Because of this exact thing. She's gonna hit DI, and after this she's gonna go back to full health.
Yeah.
So try to save your armor shred for the next
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
the next time she's free. But yeah, it's the thing I hate the most about Ray cleanups. It's like it's either a mad dash to the finish line, or you have to have something that can sustain through the entire fight. The speed up is actually helping you cycle your turns too, so. Alright, yeah, just don't use form up.
Oh, I hit a bit right then when I didn't mean to.
Well,
Yeah.
it gets you your turn, but it's if she's gonna whirlwind on this turn now. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, now
okay.
you're down. We just might time out here just solely. You can use Rexalate. It still does damage.
Nice damage.
Yeah.
Oh, Gats is up. He's angry. Oh, fuck off.
And back down. Yeah, she's gonna ult again. Throw the grenade. Come on, clones hit harder. All right, gas stands back up.
Auto. Not the time.
Yeah. And she's got full heal after this one too. Yeah, there goes a wasted armor shred.
I'm just trying
And
to
a
get
wasted Rexalate. Jesus Christ.
it. No, I just wanted to get this sped up here because she's gonna do that. God damn it.
Yeah, but the unfortunate part there is we're just gonna waste all of our big damage.
Yeah.
Turn meter, yeah. Pump it up. Come on, yeah, armor shred. Come on. Rexulate, have it. Oh,
Got her. God damn.
wow, I got close.
That is a bitch of a fight, man.
Yeah. Would have been a little less close without the auto, but it's
I
fine.
had to speed it up, man, because she
Oh
would
no,
have
I'm with
sat there
you.
for ultimate for
I'm with you.
forever.
I'm with you. What he's got in the back wall.
All right, CLS, Qui-Gon,
Qui-Gon, CLS,
Tuskens.
and Tuskens. All right. Nothing too crazy.
All right. All right, let's go up north. Because he's
No
already
camp,
dropped.
no cam on that Qui-Gon team either. So speed, it's gonna be eatered out. Speed it.
But yeah, I can show you real here what happened on defense. He already made attacks on Jabba twice, Lord Vader once. So I was like, oh. He took out Rey, but I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so he's probably stalled out or waiting to see what you clear.
Yeah. If we clear north, we can just wait to see.
Yeah, if you clear 2 zones, it's over.
So trade this, make CLS that, I don't know. Jabba this.
You
Yeah,
can,
then
yeah, because there's no van, no, so there's no nest there, so you should be fine. No nest, no bam.
defensive. We're still going with our. We'll go fast alt.
Yeah, just go get of
Now, I've been telling people Mace and Shock T are a hell of a better combination than GK and Snips here. It just is.
Well, because Snips can't attack at a turn very frequently, and Mace has that turn meter swap, so you can get a little bit more consistency on that.
We go with this health, crit damage, offense protection, get the 15%.
Yeah, honestly, I think for offensive speaking, Mace is a better tank for
Yeah.
for JMK than GK is.
Sella says, I think on my opponent's waiting to see what I can clear. I'm going to keep him instant spent.
The answer, nothing.
All right. Where's Leg? Come here, you.
I did one because people are starting to switch over to the Wookiee Kron in this current and where I'm at. And it makes just going right for Bausch a joke. She's just made a paper.
Oh, I got that shit on.
You got the cooldown.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Do this. Oh,
Yeah, still got thermal. Deadly Bluff, I guess, is actually the actual name of the buff. Thermals on GK teams are so threatening because
that
of the high
really
health.
screwed me here.
Yeah. Swap it. No. Target Embo, swap it back to GK. Or sorry, not GK, Kenobi. Because it'll
Now
swap
we can go
turns. Now
ultimate.
you can alt. Yeah, now you can alt. And then Cat can just leap.
You got to
She's
eat her.
Yeah, she's DI'd at least, so. Oh, solid dodge too. Alright, can you guys stop attacking like 800 times? God, I hate how much they attack out of turn.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeet. Lando next.
And yeah, land on neck. Work on the sides, and then from there we can. Because you're gonna lose somebody. Guarantee you. Just pray it's not Cat. Oh, come on, Mace. Where's your stun? You turkey. Swap back to.
No, I'm going to try to get him out of there because we're running out of time here because we can get one more hit. Damn. Close.
Yeah, you're back to needing to farm your alt meter again.
That's all right.
Come on, Jabba, eat Padme. Eat Padme.
He ate
Thank
Padme.
you. I mean, I would too, but that's a different argument to be made. Um, yeah. All right, we should be clear from here. Just get back to full alt and then
Mhm.
power through. God, that foresight on him is so obnoxious.
God damn it.
Yeah, he gains foresight a ton when he's there, so he just
Got alt. Or put on auto. Minute 40.
you should be able to get through it because he just doesn't have. I think shock teacher your weakest too, so you actually do. Nope. Apparently, with the protection up right now, she's not. Come on, GK, get heal immunity on him. Thank you. There's a heal immunity. God, that you'd think a giant Wookiee you wouldn't miss so much.
No time out here.
Well, the
All right. Now we're on
AI
Java.
is AI is playing like ass too, so that doesn't help. Just kill Chrysanthemum, make sure he dies. If you can't kill Chrysanthemum, this whole thing becomes a real pain in the ass.
Alright.
There you go.
25 seconds left, so we can do against Java. Get an ultimate. All right.
Yeah, there
You
goes
can eat.
Mace.
Sorry, you got Mace, but you still gonna get shreds and stuff on him.
I mean, it is can clean up with Momo if we have to. Get a good leap.
Yes!
Oh my
Fuck you,
god.
fatty.
Oh god. Right down to the goddamn wire.
Well, it got a little screwy because that opening sequence where JMK got something landed on him where I've never had that happen
He got the
before.
cooldown reduction from
Yeah,
Jabba, which he doesn't typically target the GL with.
yeah. So it's like really, really, really bloody weird. It's like, okay, cool. All right, Treya, the Sith homies.
Yeah, that'll work.
Throwing you and you.
What is the
Was there Datacron?
I don't know. Sorry, I was looking over at
Days are stunned. They gain 10%
JMK. Because boss was thinking he gets accuracy in his mastery. No, he doesn't.
All right, we'll go with I don't know. Offense, health steal. Damage offense. The don't have a 13%.
Yeah, you don't have a bolt cron. Go for the whatever gives you the highest health and
Health.
defense combination. Yeah, because your protection up, your bonus protection is based on your max health.
10%
So we
health
got.
steal offense.
I honestly, I would do the other one to be honest with you, because of that 77% defense. I'd take a little less health
Yeah.
and hopefully endure.
Hey, it's the way sometimes it goes in GAC. These crons, man. Karth could tell you, man. It comes down to the wire.
Especially when you don't have a lot to run with either. It just can get really out of hand really fast. Oh, that's right. All right. All right. All right. Dispel.
His sister's almost dead. I love it.
I don't think you'll be able to get around
No.
Riva before you get your Annihilate up. Yeah, just kill Riva.
We want 7 before she heals. Boop.
Yeah, get her out, and then GI. His unique is actually probably the most obnoxious thing in this entire fight, to be honest with you. Oh, the damage. God, I love Savage. I just so wish he had a better use than being an errand boy for Sith teams. Well, that's gone. Trey finally takes a turn.
Says goodbye to Bad Rubbish.
Obliterates Fifth Brother. Oh god,
That is
140k base or special on him. That's crazy. All that extra crit damage on that Kron.
Mm-hmm. All right. Night Sisters. What do you want to use?
I want to say Trooper should be able to handle this.
Okay, we can give it a shot. If we lose, and then we just go with something else. We got Bad Batch and some other teams we can use. We have still have Cal. We still have JML, but we may need that.
Yeah, well, I would rather do that back south. So.
All right. So you want to go?
Here's lead.
Here's lead. Who else you want? Piet. These three. Who else?
Our Trooper. Let's see. Range Trooper, of course. Yeah. The question is, from here, do we want to run? Is your Moff Gideon really fast?
Yeah, it's 370 something speed.
Okay, throw Moff Gideon in here. And then as much offense as you can find in a Kron. I don't care what set it's from. Just need offense.
Okay, not that one.
one over. One over.
Crit damage
That'll
offense.
work. Yeah, crit damage offense, fine.
We might want to use the Jedi Cal Kron on, I don't know, Jedi Cal. I'm not an expert, but I think I played one on TV.
Yeah.
Who's the target? We got to go through Zombie, right?
Zombie first, yeah, but it's just full send on the mass on the assisting. You just need to get your turn meter because she can only gain 100% turn meter and it doesn't overflow. So once you're looping past her, you'll just kill everything. Because your turn meter gains are greater than theirs.
And so all in on Zombie. So
Yep.
turn meter thing immediately.
Yep. Strip them all down. Because you should
Shred.
Yeah, shred. I was really thinking we got the kill there. Dark Trooper. AoE here.
Okay. And now we go after. That sucks.
It's fine.
Daka?
Go after Daka. Oh wow, she got some play going. All right.
AoE.
Stop. AoE. Because you can't. Yeah, you're not gonna basic, and the days will help. Stomp.
AoE.
AoE. Yep. Keep the dazes up.
I'm having Sith Trooper here is killing us. Or Dark Trooper.
Yeah.
But, okay. Get a kill. That nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Double
Okay.
kill,
Come on.
perfect.
Get Daka.
Yeah,
Just
get
get Daka. Yes.
Get Marin.
Get Marin. No.
Nope.
I'm going to let this time out.
Yeah.
Daka's out of there. Sorry, Talzin's
out of there. Man, I thought she only put one stack of plague. Where did the other stacks come? Oh, because it's when they revive and die, isn't it?
Right.
So it's 2 stacks.
Because I can come back in here, with CLS and just shoot her to death or something.
I mean, I would CLS the top team. You can figure something else out. It's still gonna suck because of what's there, but you can probably do it with like a Vader or something. We'll see what comes up, but
we have Afra too. Afra might be able to.
Yeah. It's just that I didn't think that they had that plague on both ends. I thought it was just on the one. Let me double check her kit.
You damn right, Kimmy. I'm not letting them bring back Talzin. That completely changes the dynamic of this team. I know it's going to have turn meter, but
well, I mean, yeah, you either preloaded and with Talzin down, or you
go back and fight it again. I'd rather get Talzin out.
Whenever an ally is infected with a debuff, Marin has her to she needs some represent.
Sisters with Plague sounds like a supermarket romance novel. Those are based on my
Undefeated.
life. Really? Sisters with Plague? You've been humping a lot of Plague sisters there lately, Helly? That what's going on, buddy? Something you need to tell us?
Oh, okay. Whenever an ice ally is revived, grant all allies instant immunity for copy prevented, which can't be copy prevented or was dispelled. And there's a 20% chance plus 10% per relic amplifier level,
Right.
max of 100% to inflict all enemies with 1 stack of plague for 3 turns at the end of the turn.
Right.
So there is 2. So the Omicron gives 1, and then the unique gives a second.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right, that was my bad. I thought there was only 1, and I was like, oh, we can manage 1, no problem.
But it was working. We just
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, we couldn't. Well, the 2 turns with Dark being locked out sucked.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Um,
That's why I was thinking maybe next time I don't
I think
know.
Moff Gideon was the wrong play, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think we would have been better off with Death Trooper or something else, because I think getting Piet to go first and get the mark on that, then that AOE from Veers would have been way more detrimental, and we could have
Yeah.
probably rolled it from there. But yeah, I think Moff Gideon was the wrong play.
What else? There's CLS is 0% on the cleanup. But
Oh,
there's
we're not using CLS
No,
here.
I was just saying we can go something else.
CLS is going to go versus Dash in the north anyways,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to use CLS.
I mean, if I want to, I'll use Jedi Revan with Cal here.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Batch can clean this up too pretty easily because they can sustain through a lot of it.
Yeah.
So
You got the Kron for it.
coffee, need more coffee. I think I gotta check the other So I took over an account for a friend for a little bit.
Oh, I need to get my attacks in. I've only done 2, but
For the raid.
yeah, I did the 2 biggies.
I did. Yeah, I did mine last night.
Yeah, I did mine
I had to call him. I had
later.
to DM him later, and I was like, "Hey, man, any chance you can just log into Hot Utils and reload these mods? Because I totally made a mess of it trying to do crate."
I mean, I do want to get through this zone, so we'll go CLS the Dash team, and then we'll come back to this. Because if we clear this, South doesn't really matter. Because if we can clear ships with what he's already had stuck on, then we'll be good. All right, so we'll come back to this in a second. But it was a good learning. We learned. We learned it did. Now this one's not going to be hard because this is CLS, and we're going to use the grit, and we're going to see. Yeah.
What's the team? It's IG
Dash Quill? L3 IG Quill with Poo Poo McGee. Hondo.
Okay.
CLS should handle this unless you want to use Bad Batch here. I don't really care.
No, CLS should handle it just fine. It's just gonna be what are we looking at here? That's the big factor is you're gonna need to hit Hondo first to get him so he doesn't capture somebody.
Yeah. Well, and I've got grit on, and I've got
and then
crit damage offense on this Kron.
Yeah, and then from there you gotta try to blow up the IG or Quill and Dash as quickly as you can. But you want to make sure that Hondo.
There's no Vander on here.
No, you don't have anybody else to go after besides Hondo. There's no Hondo Omicron too, so actually he won't even take a bonus turn.
Yeah, so we're
but yeah, I'd still go after Hondo first, and then
just burn him down and then go after Dash.
Yeah,
because the rest of these will just be easy pickings. So, all right, going in.
Especially with how low relics the team is. Coffee.
All right, where's Hondo? Come here, you. He died. He died. He's
gone.
Dead. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty hard. That's all right. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go right after him.
Right
Unless we'd like to take a turn here.
Get the evasion. Use the shrug.
You want me to do this? He gets the first
shot.
Sorry,
yeah. Do that first, and then shrug.
Yeah, that's the way I always do it. All right. Hi, Dash.
Dispel. Anybody who can actually assist. Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. Alright. Did he stop attacking at 3 battles? He must have.
We win! Yay! All right, we get through this Night Sister team, we get the fleets, and then we can figure out the rest of this stuff because he's already had. He can clear north, but he can't clear south. Looks like so. If we clear
Yeah,
this
well,
Night
once you
Sister team
cleared,
and Leviathan,
yeah.
then we can go have fun.
Let's see. What do we got left for the Night Sister cleanup here?
Well, all right. So we got a lot of teams left. So we have Bad Batch. I don't know if we want to use that here. We have
I
JML. We have
prefer it
Bounty
versus
Hunters.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah, so we'll save Bad Batch for them. We have Jedi Knight
Um,
Cal, Bounty Hunters, Grievous,
oh, let's do Bounty Hunters and then just
Afra.
I want to save After for the back wall.
Okay, so you want to use
Let's
Bounty Hunters?
Bounty Hunter, yeah, Bounty Hunters here. Let's do who do we have that's gonna be the fastest contract? I throw Aura lead with Boss, Grief, and Mando. And
Do we want Fennec?
then
I kind of think we need Fennec.
no,
here.
because it's with her contract, it's using abilities, it's not hits, which has pros and cons. So it's not really useful. Actually, do we have BAM available?
Yeah.
I would throw him as the 5th. It's gonna slow us down a little bit on the contract, but if shit hits the fan, we have the ability to DI
All right.
and hopefully buy a turn with Mando. On Mando's turn, you have to kill Marin. And then from there it's fine.
Mm. Actually,
You could take the light side bolt cron too if you wanted.
that's true. I was gonna say
Yeah,
that for JML, but
no, yeah, do that one at the bottom. Well, what's the daze or stun an enemy? That doesn't really help us. Do the health steal, that's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine.
this one right here, the level 5.
Yeah, just because yeah, it'll be fine. Just gotta make sure we survive this shenaniganry. Because they're all like all 3 of them. I think 3 or 4 of them all have 100% turn meter.
Okay.
See, now where did those plague come? Nobody died. All right, yeah, get the taunt up. DI onto Mando.
That's Mando or regular Mando?
Regular man. Well, you can't DI yourself, so
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I've had a brain fart.
just a mass assist.
Mass assist here.
We just need to use abilities while stealthed or buffed. Mass assist again. Okay, call
Grief or Aura.
yeah. Aura's fine. Hopefully land a stun. Yeah, perfect. All right,
Yeah,
taunt
now-
again. You got contract.
Okay.
So we just need to cycle back to Marin's
Daka.
turn. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do here. We just want to cycle back to a turn with don't kill anybody.
I know. It's
Oh,
just,
okay, there we go.
now we go. Now we do need to go in into her hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did
go into
this.
Daka. Yeah, go recover.
You're annoying.
Yeah.
Aura.
Yeah, Aura's got a stun on her or a chance to stun on her
Yeah.
basic, so I would keep calling her around. Yeah, get the whistling birds going. And just set it. Let's try to get as many stacked up and then try to use that as a killing blow on Daka. And then we will try to
Annoying.
oh, of course. Oh, of course. What are the frickin' odds? Delete Asajj. Flip it around, reverse it. Yeah, mass assist. We just want to whittle her down and then have Bam get the killing blow. So go on a zombie now. And then hopefully Bam will get to take his turn here and do something productive. Okay. Or we might just get, all right, there we go. Target DACA. This should kill everything, actually, to be honest. Yep, there we go.
It's going to Taka Harden. Sounds weird, but I'll allow it. All right.
Listen, experienced Gilf. Okay.
They're not with Helly. They may be the case as they may wait an hour from now, but with 2 drops on Jabba and 1 on Lord Schmader.
Well, and Jabba preloaded too. That's the
Yeah.
worst part. Jabba preloaded is so hard even for like JMK.
All right, what do we got on defense? Empire looks like trash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to that. Oh my god. All right. All right. We have JML's Cal and we got Bad Batch. We got Tuscan, CLS, and Qui-Gon. What do we want to do?
Bad Batch, the Qui-Gon team.
All right.
There's no cam, and so it's highly unlikely that they outrun your character.
Never know. If they do, then God bless. Hey, let's put the Omega Chron on. That's what we got it for. Oh, she doesn't have the level 9, but done. A lot of armor penetration on here. A lot of armor. All right, here we go. All right, let's just start it off there, shall we?
Yeah. Strip it, throw it, bop it, flick it, twist it, stun it. Okay, the important part here is target Bananakin.
Shoot him or just do the buff?
Just buffs. Okay, now flip that over to Echo. Yep, right there. Okay, now have Echo. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Just as I saw it, I was
It's
like,
over.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's over, Anakin. I've got the high ground.
It's over. Yeah, sorry. I was like, oh yeah, I totally.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, what are we waiting for? He's right there. You just shoot him in the face. You just kill him. What do you want me to do?
Now, Tuscans are always obnoxious no matter what you try to do here. So I would probably try to. What do we have left that could deal with CLS? Do you have like Iden on offense?
JML, we've got Jedi Cal, we've got Adrad, we've got Iden, we've got.
Do you have like an Iden with good
Dr.
key?
Afra? It's all Relic 3, I believe. Relic 3 to 5. Relic 3.
You could probably get through CLS with that Iden to comp. What's the cron though? It's level 8 Wookiee cron. What's the level 6? Unresistible stun. That kind of sucks.
We may have the gym.
Yeah, let's do Afra versus Tuscans. Jesus Christ.
Wish is.
Well, it should be a pretty simple.
Where are you at?
You don't have our Omnis either. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Go to Empire tag.
Well, we're gonna put Schmader on here.
Yeah, Schmader for sure. And then what relic level is IPD?
It's 11 or 12.
Oh yeah, okay. So no, just
I usually go with
droid.
yeah,
IG88.
Yeah, IG88 on here. How do I put him on defense? Where did he go? I guess he did.
Take B2, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little unfortunate that we have to drop down on the cron, but that's fine.
Just something with
take the crit damage on that level 8 up there. Oh, that's your protection cron. No, that's not your protection cron. Okay, you're fine. Or is it? Scroll down further.
Yeah, it is.
Is your protection
Yeah,
cron?
yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah, okay.
We'll get something with like armor penetration, crit avoidance,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
armor penetration,
Yeah,
crit damage.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. That's fine. Take that.
Because we're going right after Shriefton.
Now, you just got to be careful with how this team functions. So just be careful on who you're targeting and what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to really wind yourself up in a world of hurt.
Damage on Helliston.
So,
yeah,
third ability. So the second special first to get the cooldowns pushed back. You don't gain a ton of turn meter. All right, yeah, some of the droid.
That's fine.
Yeah. Go ahead and target warrior, and then use the AOE.
Burn or
All right, target chieftain and use the burn. Okay, torture chieftain.
that's nice.
Okay. Target warrior, use the AOE.
On here.
Yeah, but that's what we're bouncing around right now. Go into merciless. Throw down.
We want to get
throw down
warrior
the
out, so let's
yeah,
do.
throw down the force crush and then calling blade on a warrior
Yeah,
if we can get it. Yeah, call blade because you're
there you
gonna
go.
have tons of extra damage. And then yeah, you're gonna enjoy. Yeah, you're gonna kill your Vader by stunning him or yeah, dotting him up to death. But they can't get any more. So from here on out, it's just
Yeah.
kill. Hellenix 000 is all about speed. BT1 is all about damage. Offense set with the crit damage set. Offense trying offense sorry, BT1 wants an offense set. The secondary set's kind of up to you. And then a crit damage on the triangle, offense on the cross. BT 000 is speed potency set with potency on the cross, and then just as fast you can make the dude go. And then JML the last team there.
All right, what do you want to use, Jedi? I'll let you pick. We got Cal too.
Well, you should use Cal on the Kron because you're gonna just delete something. Then Revan and Luke because you can. And then we don't have anybody else that swaps turns. So
Hermit Yoda or Grandmaster?
I would do Hermit Yoda for the heals and the AoE foresight. And take that bulk. Yeah, you got the what are we using the protection crown for? Because we were actually thinking
about this, but I was thinking of using Cal,
yeah.
splitting it, but we're not
Yeah,
gonna
we're thinking about splitting.
Now,
yeah, we're not gonna split it now. So we're fine. We are fine. Opponent, could you please just attack so I can see if I'm gonna sure win or not? He has attacked, but he failed versus.
Oof. All right, AOE here. Now they'll go after him.
They're gonna counterattack into JML, which is fine. But AOE to push your turn meter up. Yeah, that's nice ability blocks. Perfect. Oh god.
Yeah. Gotta get Chewy out.
Turn meter swap to Cal. All right. Jesus Christ. Basic. Use the dual, over to Luke.
Which one, Jedi Luke?
No, yeah, Jedi Knight Luke, yeah. Because then you want your stun up.
We need it.
Yeah, stun. And then just, powered into Chewy.
After
3PO, yeah.
3PO?
No, sorry,
Chupio.
Chupio, sorry.
That person.
That guy. The guy in the back that's going to cause headaches for us. I want you to use the big hit on him to kill. Double-bladed stance, yeah. Try to get back to oh, well, that's fine, yeah.
We're gonna have a big hit.
I wanted to use the big hit on the other guy, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It was just a preference for finishing strike.
Well, we were going to show fleet on GAT, but there's really no point here. So, I mean, we can. No big fleet to fight here. Negotiator will Executor. Who do you want to Empire? I mean, I guess Leviathan. Who do you want to Leviathan?
You have Leviathan, Profundity, and Executor available, right? Though.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So you'll just versus the Empire use the Leviathan. Well.
I kind of like Leviathan versus Negotiator, or no, Executive versus Leviathan versus Empire, and then Profundity versus Malevolence. Does that seem like a play here?
No, I would actually do. I don't know what he's got in reinforcements, but I would actually probably push Profundity versus Empire to stop the TM gains.
But the
There's a small
fire.
chance that, huh?
But the fire.
Yeah, but he's not reinforcing with it, and so all you have to do is just blow up the ships out the rip, and you're fine.
We just go right after the tank with it then, or
You go right after either taxi or I mean you'll be fine with that. The
all right,
fire won't bother
Kimmy.
you. The fire won't bother you. I promise.
I believe you.
It doesn't play it well enough.
Let's go with R5. I don't think we need more than this.
No.
Do you want to go after Lord Schmader? Probably, right?
Yeah, Schmader first because the target locks will really screw us because
Uh.
when bomber basics versus a target locked enemy, it's a guaranteed burning inflict. So call the outrider.
That works.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There's some yeah, right after bomber. Way to use the red ability there, buddy. Come on, more assists. They're gonna go for the heal. It's fine. They're gonna dispel.
All right.
That's fine.
Um,
Call in the phantom. Big ups. Basic. Basic.
I'm gonna wiggle here. I just want to get that off because he can get called in assist. Unless he doesn't get called. Oh, he saw the fire on him. How's he
So
saw
it's
the fire
burning.
on him?
It's 2-turn locked
I
debuff.
thought that got rid of it. All right, that was
No, no. Now reinforce with
now
ghost.
clone. Hopefully cleanse.
No, because it's
fire,
locked.
yeah.
It's locked. It won't cleanse. Just AoE.
And
Because your call to assist isn't going to do anything. Basic or fine.
let's speed up.
Fine. We just want to keep him around longer. I see how it is.
See me with my RNG.
I mean, yes,
Have you seen the Illuminati? Have you met them?
I have. Crumb's a nice guy.
75.
They're really not going to like our defense. They're clearing it. I mean, they're probably gonna full clear us, but I'm making them pay for every fucking square inch.
All right, so we can still executor this, Leviathan this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's a pretty straightforward fight here. We only need.
It just on the off chance that the Leviathan get the Empire fleet on defense has a small chance to get away from you because of the turn meter gains.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to risk it. We've done our raid battles.
I wonder who I want to go after here. How about Anacrin? I decided to go after Anacrin because, well, I don't.
Yeah, it's a love-hate with that too, because then they don't use the AoE first, which sucks. Because then by the time it comes back around, you'll get dazed.
You like some Boba Fett? Let's do the missiles here. It'll be Plo. It's Plo. No. But
Oh, there's the target lock. Come on. God, Anakin's ship just hits so hard.
He doesn't anymore.
Oh, there you go. Doesn't exist. Got 100 million more points to post in the raid to get back to 265.
the non-exciting part of the show where we easily manhandle fleets. And yeah, so the account I took over from my friend, he's in Kyber 3 right now. Oh my god, playing Kyber 3 after playing in Kyber 1 for so long. Oh my god, it's just like, oh, everything works. Like I don't have to think about counters. They just work. Like datacrons aren't really an issue. Like, oh my god, level 3 datacrons, let me work around that.
We want let's sit here. Don't think we need. Do you want Dorito or do you want the Sith Fighter here?
You want Dorito because you want the cleanse.
Yeah. Then we'll bring
take Sith Fighter and
I do like
Interceptor.
Palpy in here just in case we need him for heals and
Yeah,
stuff.
for recovery, that's fine too.
So should average 70 something here. Never know with RNG. Now I like to go after Sun Frack here.
Well, he's also gear 12, so I think you'll kill him very fast.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I do like with the UI changes on this new stuff. Having that information of what the pilots are on the ship is so helpful. Hey, look, he cleansed. Suck it, nerds. Oh, poop. It's back. We'll cleanse again. I promise. Sure. Some facts gonna eat in the shorts here pretty soon.
We'll bring in. Actually, I'm going to do the reinforcement because they could try to bring in what's his butt.
The spy. Yeah, they might bring in spy. You could do that just to make sure that they don't.
Dazed. Nice. He's taking the hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here comes a spy. Bye!
Yeah. Still got the taunt up, but that's okay.
Now we can bring in...
Yeah, bring...
Mark 6?
No, because you haven't reinforced yet. Bring in Palp for healing, I suppose. Yeah, you don't need a Sith Fighter.
God has set the night on fire.
So, boop, boop. Get that taunt back up. More thermals. I mean, if you bring in, it doesn't really matter what we do here. It all dies.
70.
Sure.
Take it. All right, 1758. We had drop on Schmader, drop on Ray. 2 turns. Those are the 2 that cost us to get to 1800. But he's already had 2 drops, so that's going to be a 3, and that's going to be a 2 already.
Yeah, so he's already down 50 banners.
Yeah. So.
And you're down. I think you dropped 3 battles.
I think it was 2.
You had Night Sisters, you had Ray.
Oh, Night Sisters, Ray, and Lord Vader, so yeah.
Oh, Lord Vader we didn't drop. It was ugly, but we didn't drop.
Oh, that's right. So it was just Night Sisters and Ray.
Back wall we didn't lose anything on. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, we just...
Yeah, we didn't drop anything but those 2, yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah, just, the Vader fight was incredibly not clean.
Yeah, and so was the C one. We only got 50.
Did he attempt anything else north?
He did. He took out Ray. I think that was his first battle because he has 68 points. So he got Ray 58 with 10, so 68, and then he went down south to these 2
to clear the GLs and lost.
And lost. So he's already down GLs and all kinds of stuff. He's still got to face Lord Vader with turn meter. He's got to face Jabba with turn meter.
I mean, he's already down 50.
Yeah.
And that's so if he drops like 1 more battle, it's out the gate for him.
Yeah, we got some nice.
You have to play like everything else super efficiently. But yeah, my friend's account who I played this last round of GAC for. I mean, like I averaged 66 banners a freaking fight like on the ground game. I'm like, well, this is new. I haven't been this efficient since I don't know.
No, since before you were born. Yeah, before you were born.
Datacrons were in the game, so.
Come on, baby, light my fire. All right, so that'll make us 2-0 in GAC, I believe. I'm not a subject matter expert, but I play one on television. So I do some Datacron material. I need some quiche. Thank you. Guild events. Wait arena. Anything here? Defense, speed, defense, flat defense. No. All right, that's all trash. Okay. Moving on, guild activity, nothing really there. Cantina, we'll get the quiche, and then we'll do our feature shipments, and we can call this one done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we have full cleared. We have done our duty. I should be back for tonight for some D&D. Yeah, I feel I'm going to be outside working, painting, shit like that. So if Ben tries to go past like 10:30, 11, I will kill him in game. No, I won't. But I'll still murder him. So thanks for all the questions. We won't have a Star Wars lore with idiots. I'll put that in the thing today, Karth. So we'll set it for next week because I really want you guys all there because I've done a new format where it's like I ask 5 questions to see if you guys can get it right.
Yeah, I was there for the first one of those.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you.
Someone smack Linky in the balls. Because he says, Ranger, did you pull a shard pack or you're due for a 330 pull? You know, he didn't believe me on that, Karth, before we get out of here. So I did one for him. Guess what I got?
5.
Swevin.
Oh, well,
That's
yeah.
just tradition.
As is tradition.
He didn't believe me about the Illuminati and this shit. You know, you can't make this shit up. You know?
I mean, it's little pieces of cocaine as all those, you know, it's like crack for those little pull packs because that's all it is. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I might get it. I'm
I
like,
never
no.
get it. I've never gotten it in
odds-
6 years, so why should I bother now?
Yeah,
So,
the odds say that you're likely gonna get 7s like 80% of the time.
yeah.
So
So
it's like,
not bothering.
why sit there and try to be like, oh, I'm gonna get 330 this time?
I'm
I'm
just gonna
like,
save my
oh,
crystals for Scout Trooper pulls and then Drogon,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get Leia.
Just-
I'm
yeah,
saying,
just-
I've demonstrated that the futility. Yeah, Seedly Linky's trying to.
give it a go. Here, Lanky, I'll gladly pull a shard pack if you just happen to put some money in the tip jar, and then I'll gladly do it. But until that point, I'm not taking your word for it. Oh, hey Ranger, real quick, humor me. Pull
Yeah.
up the raid real fast.
Pull up the raid real fast. Okay. I was Linky's messages deleted.
Look who's second on damage.
Oh, Desi. Wow, Desi threw her. Holy shit! I was wondering who did that. Desi got Linky. Woo! Well, the Rick Shadow Strider.
I took over the account and I renamed it because it's gonna be my little shadow for Karth. So it's like it's now Welrick.
Rick Shadow Strider.
Because it's my shadow. It follows me.
Did you permanently time him out, Desi, or can he come back in?
300 seconds.
Oh. I mean, I got shit to do, God damn it.
5 minutes, but it drops after 3. But I'll
I'll
drop it after
3. Go ahead and drop it now. Linky's learned his lesson. You go ahead and.
I mean, the stream's over. He's gonna be just sitting staring at the
Let's
wall.
bring Linky back. Wow, Desi, don't mess around with Desi, Linky. She'll pull your nipple off. Just went ham. She used kung fu fighting.
Can you
I don't think you can.
do it?
Not on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think you can undo it. Yeah, you can only do it again. Yeah.
Oh no!
There
I'll
you
sit around
go.
for a couple of minutes here for poor Linky. Desi just destroyed Linky. God damn. Well, we found some parts of Linky. So there's his arm over there, and then there's, I think that's a femur. Eyes, head. Yep. Well, I didn't meet. Wow. I mean, yeah, smack him in the dick in game. Wow, Desi was not fucking around. Jesus.
Pretty sure he felt that one at home.
He's sitting there going, what happened was Desi was not having that shit. 3 snaps.
Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun,
Come
dun,
by,
dun.
oh, my Lord. All right.
Booty effing who? And the block.
at me, Mono Jitsu. All right, we'll wait a couple minutes for Linky. Oh, Jesus. Linky fought the law and the law won. Yeah. I guess I'll go to the bottom until Linky gets
like
back.
that.
Get some cantina. I'm not even trying for 603 Croth. I was like, do I really want to give the effort in conquest? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the Datacron stuff. I got stuff from Malchus. That's one of them. I'm burned out. I'm so burned out
Yeah,
on conquest, dude. I'm just
I
getting
was
the Datacron
able.
stuff.
I actually ended up doing a second conquest in like 4 days, but
Yeah, I can't even do it, Desi girl. I cannot. I cannot even.
yeah, it's just how it is. You scar somebody and it's permanent. It's how it works in real life, Desi.
Yeah.
You can't unpull the trigger.
Can't uncut someone emotionally or physically. Damage has been done.
Yeah, no, I the account I took over, he'd only done like halfway through sector 3 or just started sector 3, so he'd only done the first few sectors, and I had like 5 days.
Oh yeah, this shit here, this Galactic Challenge. I'm like, do I really want to get the stealth shit? Like, I don't care. I got my.
Oh, it's super easy with Levi. Super easy.
With Leviathan?
Yeah, just take Sith Scimitar in your starting lineup.
Oh, hold on.
And then you just sit there and time out the battle. I mean, not time it out, but you just play it.
Right, so we want Leviathan, Clear Fleet.
Yeah, so the Leviathan with Scimitar in the starting lineup, then Dagger and Interceptor, and then 2 First Order ships.
I already done the First Order fleet, so.
Oh, so just take Sith. It doesn't matter then.
Yeah, so we want Leviathan, Scimitar, and what's the other one we want in here?
Bomber.
Oh yeah, we do need Bomber, and then I guess it doesn't really matter after that.
Yeah, just 2 more Sith Fighter if you want more turns, and
Yeah.
then
We got Mark 6.
Interceptor.
Yeah, we got all that stuff in there, so okay. Do I wait for the stealth? Do I stealth immediately? Do I?
You just keep this whole thing is about letting this fight go all the way out. Like it's gonna take you 5 minutes. That's the short answer. So all you're gonna do the entire time here is just sustain through it. So like you'll want to get rid of the Ray's ship as fast as you can, because
Ray's
she's
ship or the bomber.
well, the bomber's gonna get isolate here, right? So you can just ignore it now. So stealth and then go after Ray's ship. You want to just keep the foresights gone and typical other behavior, but you want to get rid of raise your biggest damage threat because she can attack, other things than you.
Let's bring in Copy and Hill.
Bring in Dagger.
Dagger?
Yeah, for the cleanse.
Anyway. Another idea. Oh, fucking hell. That's why I don't like it. All right, we'll go another minute here. Make sure Linky is recovered.
Oh, you lost your fighter.
I lost my scimitar.
It's so hard to keep this. The team is unreasonably bulky, to be honest with you.
That's why I just don't. As soon as I got most of the feats done, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So what I just do is I literally just play the fight as long as possible. I don't ult on the Leviathan, and I just keep coming back and stealthing.
Well,
so it's like
I guess they won't reach their ult, or
they will, but it doesn't matter because what they have left to fight with can't sustain against you.
Gotcha.
So it's like you just sit there and go, okay, well, I'm gonna just keep pressing buttons. So like the first one you get, and then you just rebuild with this Interceptor, and then you can one shot. So that's all you're doing the entire time is just waiting for Interceptor to do his thing.
Linky, are you back yet, buddy? You okay? Can you give us a little sign that you're okie dokie there, Linky, after Desi murderized you?
Wants to buy better moderator tools. No more moderator tools. Oh my god, stop attacking my scimitar, you poo-poo heads.
Linky? Linky, can you give us a sign? Oh no! Desi, Good Desi, but bad Desi. Bad Desi, good Desi? Science. All right, I guess we'll wrap it up. I'll have to apologize. But he did bring it on himself. He was trying to make me get that goddamn pack, damn it.
I mean, it wasn't unwarranted. It was just, you know,
Brutal.
yeah. Because basically, all you have to do is use the stealth 3 times, right? That's all you're really doing. Because the first time you get 2, and then by the time you get to it again, you should have 2 reinforcements. And so at that junction, you get another 4, and then you just need it 1 more time, and then once you've got the third time you've used it, that'll be your 10 stealths. And then if you want, you can use the Leviathan to take over the Holdo's fleet and then get rid of their shit and heal up your stuff and have a great time.
All right, with that, we're going to call this one done. So everyone enjoy the rest of your day. I got stuff to do. I'll see you tonight for D&D. Love you guys. I got some things I got to take care of. So love you guys. Be safe. We will see you later.